It is a gorgeous day for spring football in Bluefield, West Virginia. The Rams look to redeem a February loss to the Kentucky Christian Knights here at Mitchell Stadium. Hello, everyone. Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, BC is 1-3 after another heartbreaking loss last week to Point, 28-23, and another wrench has been thrown into the mix. Mason Cox will get his first start of his career, the freshman from North Carolina, after an injury to Bryce Verbal. Whoever is in at QB, it's going to be key for Bluefield College to keep the turnovers at a minimum after giving up the ball 5 times last time out versus KCU on February 21st, where the Rams lost that game 45-0. Dewey Lusk emphasized that last week in practice, and I got to talk to him yesterday about today's matchup.
Ready to play against KCU again. Bailey Engel here with the head coach of Bluefield College football, Dewey Lusk. And coach, it's not a rare scenario, I guess, back-to-back years for Bluefield College football playing KCU 2 times in a season. What kind of challenges does it present for your football team to play against a team they've already seen earlier?
Well, this will be 4 times in the last 2 seasons that we've played them, so we're very familiar with one another. Last time when we played, KCU's got a good football team, and we didn't play very well and had some of our key players out. So hopefully we are motivated from that last loss to play well tomorrow. And, we've got several folks back that we didn't have in that game. So hopefully we'll play for 4 quarters. And we've given away a couple games there late in the fourth quarter. We've got to just stay focused and not make those silly mistakes there at the end to have an opportunity to win.
Yeah, it was the second heartbreaking loss at Mitchell Stadium in a row for Bluefield, dropping 1 to Point. What do you tell your team after that game?
Well, it's very, very difficult and it's very frustrating, obviously. But, we always talk about how you handle adversity, and it's not whether you get knocked down, but it's how you respond and get back up. And that's what we have to do. Those couple games are behind us. I mean, very easily we could be sitting here 3-1, but we're 1-3, and your record is what it is. So we have to improve at the end of the ball game. We can't continue to make the silly mental mistakes that we're making and give ourselves a chance to win. But it's been upbeat in practice, and we're ready for a new day, and that's tomorrow against KCU.
Well, I don't want to focus on the game against Point as much, but there was one particular play that I was really impressed by. After Bryce Verbal fumbled and Point recovered and obviously had sealed the game, Bryce kind of laid there for a second, but Jaquan Ebron, your wide receiver, immediately ran across the field and picked his quarterback up and kind of patted him on the helmet. I was very impressed by that. It showed a lot of leadership for Jaquan Ebron, who himself is having a pretty good season, being a threat as a wideout for Bluefield. What's the evolution been like for Jaquan Ebron to be one of the leaders on the offense?
Well, Jaquan's come a long way since his freshman year, and he's a tremendous athlete. He's got great ball skills, and he runs extremely well. And he just has to continue to play well in these games. We need every athlete we have to play extremely well. But he's done a nice job, and he needs to continue that. But where he's come from his freshman year, he's matured a bunch. He's very football knowledgeable. He has a great football IQ. He understands how to get open and how to run his routes. But he needs to continue that. We need that leadership to spread amongst the team and everybody be focused and playing hard for 4 quarters, because, at the end of the day, it's real easy to point fingers at me and at everybody else, but it's a team game. And at the end of the day, offensively, defensively, and special teams, we have to cut back on our mistakes to give ourselves a chance to win. And that's not only leadership from me, but it's from leadership from our seniors and upperclassmen like Jaquan Ebron. And they're doing a good job of hanging right in there and playing hard. We just have to stay focused and improve it right up here to get through that fourth quarter and win some of these games.
You guys have been bitten by the injury bug pretty hard, and it was evident in that Point game. I know you kind of hinted at it at the beginning of when we started talking, but can you kind of give us some players to expect to be back in the game against KCU?
Well, Wimbush is back, and that's good. Tavarius Corbett, one of our young linebackers, he's finally back. We'll be without Bryce Verbal this week. Mason Cox will get the nod this week. Joe Hayner's still out. Hopefully we'll get him back in a week, but that'll be touch and go. KD Finazzi's still out, one of our starting upperclassmen safeties. But we are getting some other folks back, like I mentioned, Tavarius Corbett's back. Charles Turner Cox has been playing hurt, but he still hangs in there and keeps going each and every day. So, it's next man up, and we have to respond to that because football is a game where you're going to have some injuries, and especially during this pandemic time. You haven't played in 440 some odd days, and then all of a sudden you've got 4 games, and it's just hard to simulate. So you're going to have some nagging injuries, but we don't want to use that as an excuse. It's got to be the next man up, and got to be prepared and ready to go. And we've got a new day tomorrow, and we're looking forward to playing.
Next man up with Mason Cox being the quarterback. What's his week in practice been like behind the center for Bluefield?
Oh, he's had a great week of practice. He has a strong arm, another young man with a high football IQ. We were fortunate to get him in for about a quarter and a half against Kentucky Christian the last time. So he's had an opportunity to get his feet wet, so to speak. So, we're looking for big things from him tomorrow. And he's very, very capable. If he'll get in there and settle down and run the offense, he should be fine.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Bluefield College kicking off against Kentucky Christian this Saturday at Mitchell Stadium. As always, fans are encouraged to come, but to social distance at Mitchell. Coach, good luck.
Thanks, Bailey.
Bluefield College has won the toss and elected to defer. Rams coming into this game 1-3. Kentucky Christian really maybe the biggest surprise in the Mid-South Conference in the Appalachian Division. Head coach Corey Phipps, after going 3-8 back in 2019, they are 3-1 to start the season, but coming off of a loss 38-22 at home last week against Faulkner. But the Rams 1-3, and seeing in that interview, Dewey Luss said we could easily be 3-1. Well, the one undeniable loss, Kentucky Christian, 45-0 last time out on February 21st. The Rams are only down 14-0 at halftime. Bluefield College with a multitude of fumbles, kickoff return opportunities, missed punt return, squibs, and missed fumble opportunities. And Kentucky Christian able to capitalize on each one of those. Jaquan Roberts has been a strong quarterback this year for the Kentucky Christian Knights, the junior from Smith Station, Alabama, currently 71, 113 attempts, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, also 27 rushing yards per game for the Kentucky Christian Knights. But also have to look out for the 2 running backs he's been able to work with, Deontay Sipp, the senior from Senatobia, Mississippi, as well as the sophomore Devontae Latimer coming from Dayton, Ohio. Sipp with 134 yards per game, 4 touchdowns on the season. We're going to see him real soon as Kentucky Christian will start out with the ball here in this ball game. 3-1 Kentucky Christian leading the series all time, 4-2 against Bluefield. Remember, the Rams won 2 times against Kentucky Christian when they played them twice in a season back in 2019, including the last time here at Mitchell Stadium where the Rams really thumped them on an added senior day game. Diego Soto as well as Jalen Fortune back to receive for this Kentucky Christian team. And actually check that, a new player ready to receive in Devontae Latimer. Tanner Griffith ready to kick it away, swing of the leg, and we are underway. Griffith booting one, rolling back to the 5-yard line. Fortune has to pick it up at the 1, rushes at the 5, cutting 10, looking for a room to run and bulldozed across the 15-yard line. And Bluefield College will get to start on defense as Kentucky Christian starts out their offensive day at their own 18-yard line. So Colin O'Donnell back into the mix for Bluefield College. He did miss due to an injury. The veteran for Bluefield College, veteran not only on the football field, but obviously a military veteran as well, receiver of the Armed Forces Merit Award, lining up as the nose guard. And for the first time today, we're going to see Jaquan Roberts and Kentucky Christian go right to left. Devontae Latimer is the running back to his left with two receivers on the near side. First down and 10 from the far hash. Bluefield shifting the defensive line. Snap, handed off left side. Latimer trying to turn the corner at Bluefield College. Able to blow it up. It's Charles Turner. Young man from Baltimore bringing him down for a 3-yard loss at the 15-yard line, looking for on that counter, and Charles Turner had it read well. So it's going to be second down and 13. Obviously still scoreless here in Bluefield, West Virginia. Rams' only win this year was in a showdown to begin the year against Union, where the Bulldogs almost came back and won that game as well. Still in the backfield, Jaquan Roberts looking for the snap on second down and 13. Shotgun play action, sets his feet, flushed out right, pressure coming from Everett Wimbush. Rolling on the far sideline, dumps, and it's incomplete. Intending that pass for Amari Hardwick, and it goes out of play. So now third down and 13. Charles Turner with the big tackle for loss that set up Bluefield pretty well to begin here. Like we said, a great day. Temperatures right around 70 degrees. First real day where we've played football and it actually felt like the spring, even though it's been all called a spring season. Third down and 13 from their own 15-yard line. Three receivers spread out far side. Ball spotted middle of the field. Roberts calls for the ball. Pressure coming. Steps up. Heaves a pass near side. Tangled up between the corner and Haston, as well as the receiver Jalen Hawthorne. The pass overthrown, and Bluefield College forces a 3-and-out to begin the ball game. Fourth down and 13. We're going to see a punt coming from Josh Ford. So Ford, with his heels back to the goal line. Remember, last week against Point, Bluefield College was able to capitalize off of an early snap. Obadiah Wilson will be the long snapper for Kentucky Christian. It comes white uniforms with the helmets. Rams trying to receive and get this one into great field position. Good snap from Wilson. Ford steps up and swings the leg. Antonio Strickland back to receive, but it's a short punt, taking a Bluefield roll inside the 35. Picked up at the last second by Antonio Strickland trying to return it, but the ball was actually called down, and the Rams, great field position to begin here on this Saturday with 13:53 to play in the first quarter. Bluefield College and KCU still scoreless. So now, here's the big test for Bluefield. Mason Cox, the freshman from Indian River, North Carolina, making the start for Bluefield. Cox did throw a couple of passes in his only appearance against KCU. Went 9 for 17, threw an interception, had no touchdowns in that game with a 54-yard total. Longest pass completed was 12 yards. So for Cox, trying to move some personnel in and out on that offensive line that has really been bit by the injury bug. Cadence Lamp, the running back, to his left. Snap on first down from the 34. Handoff Lamp left side. And they are blown up on the play. Tackle made by Devin Bacchus, the junior linebacker. Going to be no gain for Bluefield, second down and 10. Well, we saw Cadence Lamp last time out against Point, where Bluefield College actually had a 19-yard run thanks to Cadence Lamp. The Rams had not ran the ball really well up to that point. Second down and 10, snap from the 34-yard line, whip it out near side. Lamp caught on a screen, cuts up 35 and hit once again for just about a yard gain. Horn able to blow it up. The linebacker had the screen read well, and they're actually going to call it no gain. So third down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Have to see what Bluefield College can do here with a couple of its red zone threats. Jaquan Ebron, Antonio Strickland, and Lowell Patron all lining up as wide receivers. They're going to take Dustin Barker off of the field, the tight end, replaced by yet another receiver, and Christian Quirley, the young man from Enrico, Virginia. So Quirley lining up in the slot on the far side. Three receivers out to the wide end of the field. Snap on third down and 10. Cox back, sets his feet, throws a deep pass left side. Incomplete, overthrew Lowell Patron, who was covered well on the play by the defensive back in Trey Malashevich. the safety standing in at 5'9", 170. Bluefield College in no man's land here. 4th down and 10. They have not gained a yard. That pretty bad punt from Josh Ford. And they're going to stay on the field. Offense not going to let Tanner Griffith kick some sort of record breaker here. They're going to keep Mason Cox on the field. Cox in the shotgun, Lamp to his left. 3 receivers out left. Jaquan Ebron spotted on the right. Snap to Cox, looking to throw. Backs up, flushed up the middle, looks to the left. He throws, sacked, ball is loose, and it's recovered by KCU. He was hit on the play by Jalen Mack, the defensive back coming in from the side. Cox lost the ball, and Bluefield College, who fumbled and gave the ball up 5 times last time out against KCU on February 21st, has already fumbled today. So the fumble actually pushes KCU a bit farther back. They're going to get the ball at their own 30-yard line, and Jaquan Roberts is out to work again. Deontay Sipp, the running back, to the left. 2 receivers spread out to the left on the wide end of the field with the ball spotted on the right hash. 1st down and 10. Still scoreless. KCU moving right to left. Snap, handoff, Sipp up the middle. Rams able to crash down. Tackle made for Bluefield by Michael Everett, the senior from Alexandria, Virginia, for just about a yard gain to the KCU 31-yard line. So now 2nd down and 9. Make it a 2-yard gain, actually. So 2nd down and 8 from their own 32. Once again, in the shotgun, Jaquan Roberts anchoring this no-huddle offense. Claps for the ball and gets it. Snap, handed off Sipp, near side. Rams there to blow it up. Couldn't turn the corner. Tackle made by Bowden Indala for no gain. 3rd down and 8 for Bluefield. With 11:55 to play in the first quarter, we are still scoreless. Personnel moving in and out for the Rams now. New defensive line in. Kayshawn Ridgel lining up on that far end for Bluefield, the defensive end. Roberts in the gun. Moving his running back to the left, and Soto checks him down, throws it right. It's bobbled, broken up. Able to break up on the play. That's Ryan Smith, the defensive back for Bluefield, who had it read well on a pass out to the short side. And Bluefield College, once again, forces a 3-and-out. So it's going to come down to Bluefield College's offense today to really try to take advantage of the opportunities created by the defense. Mason Jefferson, the senior from Charles City, Virginia, another punt returner. Bluefield College has had a revolving door of punt returners so far this year. Josh Ford back to punt with his heels back at the KCU 16-yard line. High snap, Ford corrals it and deals yet another horrible punt straight up in the air, but takes a KCU roll into Bluefield College territory. Jefferson looks at it, and it's picked up at the Bluefield 41-yard line. So the Rams still with pretty decent field position to begin here in quarter number 1. 11:18 left to play, still scoreless. BC 1-3. Last time out against KCU, Rams were down 14-0 at halftime and 45-0. So many turnovers, and already one here today on a lost fumble on his sack from Cox on 4th down. So 1st down and 10. From their own 41-yard line, Rams in the blue jerseys going left to right. Low snap, Cox handed off up the middle. Cadence Lamp had a decent hole, spun down for forward progress up at the 45, and then trucked behind the line of scrimmage, but they will give him forward progress. Tackling core led there by Thompson, a linebacker for KCU. So Bluefield College gains 4 on that one. 2nd down and 6 after Lamp originally got to the Bluefield College 45-yard line. 10:53 and counting remaining in the first quarter. Bluefield once again not huddling up, pushing the pace of the game. Mason Cox, another snap, handoff Lamp middle, goes up, and Bluefield College blockers led by Dustin Barker. He works his way into KCU territory at the 49-yard line. That's very close to the yard to gain, and actually spot him back at the 50. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Rams able to gain at least 9 yards after failing to gain 1 on the last drive. 3rd down and 1. Snap, another handoff Lamp. Design, no, he's going to fake it. Mason Cox on the RPO slides up to the KCU 42. He's hit late by Malashevich, the safety, and a flag comes in after Cox gave himself up on the slide. So for Bluefield College, it's spotted at the 42 now, and that's going to move up quite a bit on this 15-yard penalty coming up. And he aimed at the top half, the torso of Mason Cox's body, but it seemed like he got pretty close to the helmet there. And the Rams On that RPO, able to move the chains. Certainly a huge play for Bluefield starting out here. The center, Tim Weldon, giving a high five to his quarterback. Is a personal foul. And the Whitecaps mic does not work. So, second straight week where that has not happened. And it's an automatic first down for Bluefield after already getting the first down from Cox added to the end of the play. So they was spotted at the 42, 15 yards from that spot, pushes Bluefield College up to the 28-yard line. So they must have spotted him at the 43 where he began to slide. So 15-yard penalty, Bluefield College deeper into KCU territory as the sun shines on us here at Mitchell Stadium in a scoreless game. Cox, once again in the shotgun, lamp to his right, see if Bluefield tries to run up the gut again. They've been able to do so with this offensive line. Dustin Barker switching with Antonio Strickland left to right as they move in motion. Cox, delayed handoff. He'll keep it himself this time again, trying to read the RPO and trucked up across the 25-yard line by Thompson. Flag came out as Cox was running across the line of scrimmage. It's only about a 2-yard gain anyway. Now we'll have to see if there's movement, illegal motion for Bluefield potentially after there was confusion before the play. And it was illegal motion on Bluefield, so it's going to be first down and 15 to push them back to the 33-yard line. And for Bluefield, we have seen in the past, and remember against St. Andrews where the Rams got so deep into Knights territory in that game and ended up having to back up at the final play of the game for an interception. Just can't move backwards when you get into plus territory. Snap on first down and 15, design, swing out to the left, and it's incomplete to Antonio Strickland. Cox overthrew him just a little bit, went in and out of the hands of the senior from Jefferson, Georgia. And it's going to be second down and 15 with 9:52 to play. Bailey Engel on the call. Glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. KCU off to maybe its best season ever after starting out the season 3-1. They lost last week to Faulkner, though, 38-22. Second down and 15, 3 receivers out left. Snap, Cox looking right, sets his feet. Throws a deep pass, near side. Ebron can't make the catch. Overthrown on the play. Lilton Horn on the coverage actually got a hand on it. The safety drifting back into the end zone. Overthrown, but a pretty pass coming from Mason Cox. That's going to be third down and 15. Offensively stagnant for Bluefield. So on this gorgeous day for football, Rams moving left to right. Trying to at least get to the 18. That's the yard to gain. Cox once again setting up in the shotgun for Bluefield. They have not huddled. 3 receivers spread out left side. Cox, he's going to draw up the middle, cutting at the 30, lowers the shoulder, and popped at the 28-yard line. And now for Bluefield College, that's just where they started the drive. So it'll be fourth down and 10. Tackle made. Brandon Cook able to lay down the shoulder pads there on Mason Cox. And now you're going to see Tanner Griffith for a 45-yarder. Could be a long one for Griffith. He's hit one from 41 last week. Now trying to put Bluefield on the board first with 9:15 and ticking in the first quarter. Calling for the ball. Barker, snap, the hold, the kick is blocked again and picked out of the air. Running on the far side with blocks. 35-40. Towing down the far sideline, cutting at the 50. Lost the ball, and Bluefield College has it back. It was recovered by Devin Bacchus on the block. Bluefield College thought they had the ball back. We'll see the spot. Rams say they do have it at the 50, and it appears that the offense is going to get back to work. They will. What an absolute circus of events there. The kick was blocked. Bacchus nearly took it back for a touchdown. Well, I guess I should say he had the blocks to do so and then fumbled the ball. It's recovered by Bluefield. So let's just say it's kind of like the Rams punted backwards and then just got the ball back. I don't know. At the 50-yard line, first down and 10. What a break for Bluefield. KCU's first real missed opportunity of the game. So Cox back in, first down and 10, design rollout right. He looks, throws middle, caught by Ebron at the 40-yard line, and the Knights able to gang tackle him at the 39, led by Tyquan Fleming for KCU on a gain of 9. It'll be second down and 1 with 8:45 to play here in the first quarter. Well, Ebron, big leader for Bluefield College, as we had said in that interview to begin the game. Well, Jaquan Ebron encouraging his quarterback, Bryce Verbal, even after that game-sealing fumble. Showing a lot of leadership. The native of North Carolina. Snap on second down. Handed off. Lamp. No. Cox with a bad read. Kept the ball in his chest, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Ethan Owens. Lamp looked like he had a gigantic hole to just go up the middle there. All the Rams needed was 1 yard to move the chains. Instead, they lose 2 back at the 43-yard line. So we're seeing Bluefield College go RPO a little bit more this week than in the past, where Bryce Verbal really was just going to step back and sling it for Bluefield. So now 3rd down and 3, KCU 43. A little bit of noise coming from the KCU side. High snap on 3rd down. Cox sets his feet, heaves a deep ball right side of the field. Incomplete. He wanted to connect with Ebron on the coverage. Tyquan Fleming might have got a piece of the wide receiver for Bluefield. Rams, once again, do not get the call. And on 4th down and 3, decision time for Bluefield with 7:47 to play. And it appears that the Rams are going to punt this one, and it seems like that'll be the right decision for your all-conference punter to come back onto the field. So Tanner Griffith had his field goal blocked. Mind you, Bluefield College has really had trouble getting the kicks off this year on the kickoff or the field goal block coverage. Now for the Rams, spreading out, 4th down and 3. Griffith back to kick, has a wall of men in front of him. Rugby-style punt, near side, rolling onto the sideline and actually hitting in the pavement here at Mitchell Stadium. So we'll have to see where the official spots this ball on his guess. He's still walking across the 25, still gallivants up to the 30-yard line. So it only ends up being about a really 13-yard punt for Bluefield. Pretty tough there. So Jaquan Roberts back to work. Junior from Smith Station, Alabama, has been stifled on the first couple of drives. 7:41 to play here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Roberts in the gun. He was the huge difference against the Rams last week, able to capitalize on all of those turnovers. Had over 300 yards total, with 271 passing yards and 4 TDs against the Rams. So Roberts is in the gun. He has a trio of receivers out to the wide end of the field. Bluefield with 3 down linemen. High snap, handed off up the middle. Linebackers crashing down. Tackle made. And on the carry, it was Gerald Daniels, the junior from Oakland, California. And Sam Kirtley brought him down. Kirtley back into the lineup for Bluefield College after missing the beginning of the year with an injury. And right now, we're not seeing DeMarcus Wimbush on the field at the moment as the Rams are trying to get him a little bit of rest. 2nd down and 4. Shotgun snap, handed off up the middle again. And he's got the first down to the KCU 42-yard line. Once again, getting the call to go ahead to run on that play. The running back from Oakland, Gerald Daniels. And Jackson Charlton Perrin, nose guard for Bluefield, able to bring him down. Bobby McBride cycling in for Bluefield. 1st down and 10 for KCU at their own 43-yard line. Pistol formation, left hash. Snap Roberts, handed off Daniels, left side, breaks a tackle. Shimmy shake move to the right side, and still wrestled down for Bluefield by Charles Turner at the KCU 48-yard line on a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Now starting to see the Knights get into a little bit more of a rhythm here. Corey Phipps calling the plays, the head coach. Now at their own 48-yard line, moving right to left. That's their first down of the game, and 2nd down and manageable here on 2nd down and 5. Roberts claps, gets the ball, handed off Daniels, right side, cuts into Bluefield territory. Once again, Charles Turner looks like he was there, but across the sticks at the Bluefield College 46-yard line. So it moves the chains. 1st down and 10, KCU. First plays of the day in BC territory. Still scoreless here with 6:15 to play in the first quarter. KCU lining up with 3 receivers near side. For the first time today, they've been positioned out on the far sideline near the KCU bench. So once again in the gun, Daniels to the right of the quarterback, now moves to the left right before the snap. Snap Roberts, handed off. Daniels cutting on the right side, has a hole and hit at the knees for Bluefield. Ball popped out at the end. Bluefield College with Michael Banks making the tackle. Rams signaling that they have the ball. Still no signal yet in the pile. Bluefield, Charles Turner gets up, says he has it, and Bluefield College does. Recovered by Banks for Bluefield, and the Rams force the 2nd turnover of the ball game. And that is particularly huge for Bluefield, trying to force those turnovers. We did not see that last week against Point, and now it's going to come down to Mason Cox trying to capitalize off of these opportunities. What can the quarterback do for Bluefield as he gets back out onto the field? The freshman from North Carolina setting up at the Bluefield College 39-yard line. Daniels fumbling right as he was coming down to the turf. So a receiver on either side. Patron lined up on the far side. Jaquan Ebron lining up right near the Bluefield sideline with Mike Ketchum in his fourth season as the OC for Bluefield, calling the plays. First down and 10 from the 39. Mason Cox with Sumrall to the right of him in the backfield. Low snap, handed off Sumrall, goes on the left side, jukes out of a tackle, far sideline 40. Now at the 35 and tackled hard right at the 35 before he could break across it by Fadarius Thompson again. So it's a gain of 6, second down and 4 coming up for Bluefield. Sumrall made something out of nothing there because the play looked like a bit of an awkward handoff in the backfield. And now also for Bluefield, we're seeing a brand new quarterback in Josh Nelson, the freshman from Forest, Virginia. So Nelson is into the game for Mason Cox. Snap Nelson, handed off Sumrall right side, lowers the shoulder, close to the yard to gain, and tackled at the 49, make it the 48 of Bluefield for about a yard to go. Third down and 1, Sumrall getting the carries here. Josh Nelson for Bluefield College making his Mitchell Stadium debut. We have not seen him so far this year in the 3 home games before this, and actually has not thrown a pass in his college career. Nelson handed off Sumrall right side. Boy, he hit that man hard to the KCU 49-yard line. KCU says that they have the ball, and they do. Fumble forced by Tinsley for KCU, and now for the Knights, they get the ball back. Fumble by fumble by fumble. We've already seen the ball get coughed up a multitude of times today. Bluefield with its second fumble. KCU has already fumbled the ball twice. So now Jaquan Roberts gets the ball back at his own 48-yard line with 4:48 to play in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Sloppy football, as expected, for teams that haven't been able to consistently practice throughout the year. Devontae Latimer, the running back, lines up to the right of Jaquan Roberts. Sophomore from Dayton, Ohio, now man in motion going left to right. And Toto handed off right side. Latimer, he's blown up at the knees by Charles Turner at the 49 of Bluefield on a gain of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8. By the way, should have said Diego Soto, the leading wide receiver for KCU, who comes into this game off of the bench but still leads the team in receiving, has 2 touchdowns and averaging 70 yards a game. So in the gun again, Roberts hasn't thrown the ball in a while. Brings Soto in motion left to right. Roberts drops back, sets his feet, throws right side, incomplete. Oh, he had a man wide, slam open in the slot, streaking down the field and stopped running there. Brendan Ray. Ray lunged out for the ball and stopped running. If he's in stride there's a touchdown from 49 yards out. So now it's third down and 7 from the Bluefield College 49-yard line. Rams lining up with 3 men on the line of scrimmage. Tony Totten lining up as the nose guard. So here comes the blitz for Bluefield with 3 down linemen. Also have to watch out for Sam Kirtley threatening to blitz here on third down and 7. Soto goes in motion, blitz coming, throws it out right on a screen, caught by Soto, cuts him at the 50-yard line, juking move at the Bluefield 45 and tackled just about 2 yards short of the line to gain for Bluefield, making the tackle Michael Everett, saving the first down. And now for the Rams, bringing in the big boys once again on the defensive line, and Bobby McBride, Colin O'Donnell, and Jackson Charlton Perrin. So fourth down and 2, they're going to go for it. Roberts to see if he tries to go with a hard snap count here. As the man to his left in Latimer calls for a new offense here with the hard snap count working. So fourth down and 2 from the Bluefield 44-yard line. Rams loading up the box. Calls for the ball. Roberts sets the throw. Fires it right. It's caught and then dropped. Right into the hands of Amari Hardwick. It went out of his grasp, and Bluefield College forces a fourth down turnover on downs. And with a first down and 10 coming up at their own 44-yard line. Well, Zaire Lenzy was on the coverage. It was going to be up to him to tackle Hardwick because where he caught or tried to catch the ball, he was going to be about a yard short. So it was going to be up to Lenzy to blow that play up. And Hardwick heard the footsteps coming, and it's a turnover on down. So, for Bluefield College, first down and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Tim Weldon coming out as the center for Bluefield, anchoring that offensive line. Josh Nelson back in as the QB with Cadence Lamp, the running back, to his left. 3:24 remaining first quarter. Nelson hands it off left side for Cadence Lamp. And boy, the linebackers were there. Lamp fought his way to the 47 for a gain of 3, led by Devin Bacchus, who recovered that blocked field goal and fumbled at the 50, able to lead the charge on the tackle. So now, second down and 7 coming up with 3:04 to play in the first quarter. Rams trying to get on the board first. Now they need the KCU 46 to move the chains. Nelson's in the shotgun again, has yet to throw the ball in his Bluefield career. He's going to try to do it here. Steps, heaves a pass near side. Ebron can't make the catch. Broken up at the last second by Tyquan Fleming. Fleming almost had an interception. Jaquan Ebron had 2 steps on the corner. And if that ball is put on the money, Ebron's going to waltz into the end zone, but Fleming caught up to the ball that was underthrown by Nelson, and it's third down and 7 from their own 47-yard line. So at 2:47 to play in the first quarter, it's third down and 7, still scoreless. Rams moving the ball left to right. Snap Nelson, design rollout left, sets his feet. He is sacked big time back at the Bluefield College 40-yard line, able to blow up the play. The linebacker coming in, and James Castleberry, make that a defensive lineman anyway, a humongous loss. And now, after the 7-yard loss, it's fourth down and 14. Well, seems kind of a blunder bowl situation so far in this game. Bluefield College and KCU giving it up either side. Jalen Fortune ready to receive, and actually bringing another man back to receive as well in Paris Jones. So Jones lines up on the near side and Fortune on the far side with 2 men back to receive. Snap, Griffith rolls out to the right all day to do so and boots off a beauty. Paris Jones makes the catch in a backward stride back at the 15-yard line. Dancing move, and the Rams blow him up at the 19-yard line. Bluefield College had it read well. Mason Jefferson getting the job done on special teams for Bluefield. The wide receiver able to make the tackle. So now it's going to be first down and 10. They give him the spot generously to their own 20-yard line. Well, a chess match of great field position for both teams, and either offense hasn't been able to do anything about it. Still in the first quarter, first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Roberts is back. Daniels, the running back to his left, fumbled already. On first down and 10, the men in the white jerseys get back to work at their own 20. Daniels moves from left to right. Snap Roberts, handoff Daniels. Right side, cuts out back left. Bluefield College there again, tackling him for no gain. Leading the way for the Rams, Logan Patrone, the brother of Lowell Patrone, second year in a Bluefield uniform, able to lead the charge, as well as Jackson Charlton Perrin. No gain on the play. Second down and 10 coming up with a minute 33 and counting before the first quarter is over. Still scoreless here on a gorgeous day for football, for some ugly football here at Mitchell Stadium so far today. Fortune goes in motion, the wide receiver left to right. Roberts back, checks down the flat. Pump fake, rushed out to the left. He stumbles down at the 11-yard line, make it the 12. DeMarcus Wimbush had him stomped down, and Roberts tripped. So kind of made a ghost sack there. It's going to be third down and a mile, all the way back at the 12-yard line. Third down and 18. Roberts pressured out to the left and went down to the turf here at Mitchell Stadium. So now trying to at least get some yards back here. They're going to need the 30 to move the chains. Third down and 18. Roberts in the gun with Devontae Latimer to his left, the big, tall running back. Now they call a timeout. So that's actually the first timeout of the ball game with 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless here. Tons of fumbles. Bluefield College trying to capitalize when we come back in the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, everyone. We have some football here at Mitchell Stadium. Bluefield College and KCU all tied up at 0 apiece. Bailey Engel on the call. Glad to have you with us. Bluefield College has fumbled twice. So has Kentucky Christian. Team 3-1. Really the surprise start in the Appalachian Division of the Mid-South. Here they are at 3rd down and 18, though. Rams looking for a big stop. High snap. Roberts hands it off up the middle. He's got Latimer juking across the 25 and up across the 30 to the 31. Tackle finally made by Corbett for Bluefield, but a 19-yard gain. He had a barrage of blockers going for the running back, and on a 19-yard gain, able to make the conversion. So I think that for KCU, they were just trying something there to at least get a few yards back. And Latimer able to move the chain. So 1st down and 10 with 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Snap handed off Latimer. Shot out of a cannon on the right side. And Bluefield College makes the tackle at the 37 for a gain of 6. 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. KCU doesn't appear to be in a rush, and that is it for the first quarter of play. Still scoreless here at Mitchell Stadium. We'll take yet another break on the Rams Digital Sports Network with the second quarter coming up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mitchell Stadium here at Mitchell. Boy, it has been a tough one to watch if you love pretty football, but hey, it's what we come to expect here in the Mid-South Appalachian Division here at Mitchell Stadium. It is going to come down to the offenses trying to capitalize on these fumbles. The biggest play of the day, KCU blocking a 45-yard field goal. It was picked up by Bacchus, the linebacker for KCU. He returned it all the way to the 50, coughed up the ball. Bluefield College got it back, and the Rams failed to do anything with it. So, Rams have fumbled a couple times today. So has KCU. Gerald Daniels, the running back, the most recent victim of the fumble bug. 2nd down and 4. They come back out to start the second quarter. Ball is spotted at their own 37-yard line. Roberts in the gun. They just converted on 3rd down and 18. Roberts claps for the ball, gets it. Snap, handoff Latimer. Up the middle, breaks a tackle across the 40 and spins up to the KCU 45. Michael Banks in between him and the end zone there, able to make the tackle for Bluefield. And they'll spot him down actually a yard behind that at the 44. Gain of 7, 1st and 10 for KCU in those white jerseys, starting things off well here in the second quarter. 3 down linemen for the Rams. 1st down and 10. Left to right goes KCU. Roberts has been facilitating the run game so far. Snap, handoff Latimer, tries right, cuts back middle, and the Rams led there. DeMarcus Wimbush as well as Colin O'Donnell for Bluefield ganging up to tackle the talented running back for KCU. And looks like they're just going to spot him right back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Don't even move the sticks. Now they should. So to the 44-yard line, they give him actually the 46, give him a gain of 2. So 2nd down and 8. Roberts calls for the ball, snap, handed off right side, breaking a tackle at the 50, spins at the Bluefield 45, and lunges up to the Bluefield College 44-yard line. Tackle made finally by Michael Everett for Bluefield, but the new running back in, Tyrese Christian, the freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Interesting what Corey Phipps has been able to do constructing this offense with virtually no one from the state of Kentucky. 1st down and 10 from the Bluefield 44, another 1st down in this drive. Clapping for the ball on 1st down and 10, handed off right side. Once again, getting the call and tackled down at the 39-yard line was Tyrese Christian, and DeMarcus Wimbush makes the tackle. So they move to the Bluefield 39 on a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 with 13:20 and ticking. Christian getting the primary couple of carries here, revolving door of running backs where the Rams haven't been able to run the ball at all this season. It just came down to that. 2nd down and 5 in a scoreless contest. Christian going left to right. Roberts steps back, draws on the left side. Bluefield College doesn't have it read well as Roberts scampers to the 32 on a gain of 7. Charles Turner tackling him before Roberts could escape for What could have been a big play, but it moves the chains anyway. First down and 10 from the Bluefield College 32. So first down and 10 from the Bluefield 32-yard line. Bailey Engel, by the way, on the call. Glad to have you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield 1-3. KCU trying to add to its win total already at 3-1. Man in motion left to right on first down. Delayed handoff. Christian up the middle, and Bowden Ndala makes the tackle for Bluefield off of the edge. And just a yard, make a 2-yard gain to the 30-yard line. Second down and 8. Ndala read that very well off of the edge for Bluefield. And now back into the ball game, it's Devontae Latimer. So Latimer back in as the running back, standing in at 6 feet, seems to be a little bit taller than that, honestly, how he stands on the field. Snap on second down, play action, throws it left, almost intercepted. Banks and Charles Turner collided into each other. Make that Michael Banks actually had his hands on it. Should have been a big interception for Bluefield. And Charles Turner collided with him. It just seems like for Bluefield College in the secondary, they have had a good amount of trouble trying to snare a couple of these big interceptions. That would have really changed the complexion of this drive, obviously, that KCU has been able to march and continue on these third down conversions. Third down and 8 from the 30 of Bluefield. Rams with 3 down linemen, 8 men in the box. Snap, handoff, Latimer. Rams didn't fall for it that time. Only got to the 29-yard line. Charles Turner making up for that last collision with Banks. Both of them were in on that tackle. Only about a gain of 1. And it's going to be 4th down and 7 coming up. So, looking to Coach Phipps on the far sideline with now 11:36 and counting in this first half. They will stay on the field, bringing in another running back with him on the right side. So for Bluefield College, trying to stifle this big attempt here. 4th down and 7. They go with a hard snap count. Doesn't come up with anything for KCU. Once again, in the gun, Luke Borelli is in the backfield with Jaquan Roberts. He wants to throw on 4th and 7. Back, sets, throws it left side. It's caught, and he's got the first down. Paris Jones dancing on the far sideline at the 20-yard line, pushed out of bounds by Lindsay and Bluefield College. First down and 10 at the Bluefield 20-yard line. So now for Bluefield, what can they do being pushed down? Actually only give him the 22-yard line. He worked up to the 20, but Paris Jones called out of bounds. So a big catch for Jones. First down and 10, Roberts once again in the shotgun. Moves Latimer from right to left. High snap, Roberts, hands off Latimer left, cuts back right, lowers the shoulder. Colin O'Donnell makes the tackle at the 18-yard line for a gain of 4. Second down and 6 coming up with 10.5 to play in the first half. So Colin O'Donnell, back after an injury. Got that whole shoulder taped up on his left side. Well, he's a tough football player. Second down and 6. Christian in the backfield, moving out left to right. Check him down on a screen. Roberts draws up the middle at the 15-yard line. Kirtley drags him down, but Roberts fought his way close to the line to gain at the 13-yard line on a gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 from the initial spot. And that's what it will be. So 3rd down and 1. Roberts and KCU, they have been able to convert on 3 third downs already in this drive. Now into the Bluefield red zone for the first time today with 9:35 to play. Roberts climbs up under center. Snap, drops back, fades it right side in the end zone. Soto can't make the play. Broken up on the play by Bluefield College's Marique Banks. Banks with a humongous play as the corner for Bluefield. Soto was wide open, and Banks climbed in and broke the play up. So now, 4th down and 1. Once again, Roberts lines up in the shotgun for KCU. Ball is spotted at the Bluefield College 13-yard line. Latimer, the running back to the right. 2 receivers outright as they went for it all on 3rd down and 1. Here we go on 4th down and 1. Roberts calls for the ball, draws up the middle. Linebackers there for Bluefield, but not in time. They get the initial spot at the 11-yard line, and this will move the chains. Sam Kirtley tried to blow up the play, but just couldn't do it in time. On a gain of 2, a strong gain of 2 for the Alabama native quarterback. And now it's going to be first down and 10 with 9:13 left to play in the first half. And those white jerseys, KCU, this has been their best drive of the day, and it really hasn't been close. Soto, watch out for him on the near side. Roberts, shotgun snap, handoff. Latimer up the middle. Rams able to plug it up. DeMarcus Wimbush for a 2-yard gain at the 9-yard line. It'll be second down and 9. They need about the 1.5 of Bluefield. Actually call it second down and 8 from the 9. Going to need the 1-yard line. So, not a goal-to-go situation with the wind blowing right to left, as you can see those tapers on top of the field goal post and the flag behind the end zone. Shotgun snap handed off left side. Latimer, he is still on his feet, working to the 5-yard line on a gain of 4. A whole crew of Rams had to bring him down. Sam Kirtley leading the way, as well as Kayshawn Ridgel for Bluefield, the defensive end. But it's going to be third down and about 4 from the 5-yard line. They need the 1-yard line to move the chain, so they don't necessarily need to score to continue the drive. Latimer moves from left to right. Roberts in the gun. 2 receivers spread out left. Roberts calling an audible now. Coach Phipps bringing in some sort of new call. Luke Borelli, the tight end, lining up as a fullback on the right side. Roberts in the gun in an offset pistol. Roberts delays the handoff, juking out to the right side, pitches it out. Bluefield has it read well. Marique Banks bringing down Latimer as well as Bowden Indala at the 7-yard line on a loss of 2. Fourth down coming up, and now the kicking team is sprinting out onto the field for KCU. Well, they tried to get a bit cute there with the option call on the pitch, and the Rams were ready. So ready to kick this one away. Paul Rodriguez. 4 for 6 on the year. His longest is a 38-yarder. And this will be just about a 23-yarder. From the right hash, Wilson the snap, the hold Roberts, swing of the leg, the kick is up, and it is good. So KCU scores 3 on that drive with 7:03 to play in the first half. Bluefield College coming up with a big stop, keeping them away from 7 points. So it's 3-0 KCU, 7:03 to play. You're watching Rams football here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield down by 3. Bluefield College ready to receive this kick coming up from Paul Rodriguez. It's 3-0 with 7:03 to play in the second quarter. Bailey Engel on the call for you. Glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. A long drive capped off by a 23-yard Paul Rodriguez field goal. Rams did a good job blowing up the pitch on a 3rd down and 5, where they were able to make it 4th down and a little bit harder to manage there. Really the biggest play of that drive on the one-on-one ball in the corner. Marique Banks blew it up on Diego Soto, who tried to bring in that fade route. So, first down and 10 for Bluefield coming up after this, potentially with a decent return from Strickland or Patron. Rodriguez, the hefty kicker, stands back and toes up to the ball to swing the leg on an end-over-end kick on the left side, caught by Patron at the 8-yard line. He wants the middle of the field to run, stutter step at the 20, cuts up at the 25, spins at the 27-yard line, where he's tackled on a decent return for Bluefield by Shellman for KCU. So the Rams out in those brand new blue Adidas jerseys will go right to left, down 3-0. We saw Mason Cox get the start for Bluefield. Since then, Josh Nelson has came in as the QB for Bluefield College, has thrown one pass. It was incomplete, overthrowing Jaquan Ebron, who, to his own credit, has been open. Just a deep enough ball that has been underthrown a few times today has really shelved Ebron's chances. So now for Josh Nelson, lining up as the quarterback. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line. First down and 10, Bluefield. Snap, Nelson dumps it left on the screen. It's caught there, crossing at the 25, now at the 30, still spinning across the Bluefield College 35-yard line and up to the 38. That's DeAndre Jackson. Started out as a wide receiver for Bluefield, and now he's got the first down for the Rams at the 38-yard line. Seth Lindsay able to make the tackle down the field. And for Bluefield College, it's been a while since they've been able to move the chains in this one. On a gain of 11, Jackson stays in as the running back to the left. 3 receivers out to the right for Nelson. Back to throw. Swings it right. Caught by Strickland. Bobbled in the backfield. Cuts up 40. Stiff arm at the 45 and toe taps his way out of bounds. Ever so close to KCU territory at the 46-yard line. So it's a gain of 8. So now second down and about 2 for Bluefield from the 46-yard line. They need the 48 to move the chains. Trying to go with the swing passes. Nelson with 3 receivers out left. Steps, throws it left. Caught by Jackson. Needs blocks across the 35. Rushes at the 48, Very close to the yard to gain. Out of bounds on the near sideline. Have to depend on the spot here, and it will move the chain. So once again, Jackson on a 3-yard gain up to the 49-yard line moves the chains for Bluefield. And that particular play didn't look like it was going to be great for the Rams after Jackson caught it so deep in the backfield but read his blocks enough to get out of bounds. So now first down and 10 for Bluefield from their own 49. Makes the handoff. Nelson rushes out to the right, and he's stifled down at the 45-yard line. Tackled in the backfield on the sack by Jackius Murphy.
39, Murphy.
So Murphy able to make the big tackle. And now it's going to be second down and 13 from the 46-yard line on a 3-yard loss. Bluefield College can't move backwards here. Jackson with the Rams down 3-0. Sun splashing onto Mitchell Stadium here. 3 receivers out to the right. Blitz coming. A little bit of movement on the line of scrimmage. Nelson back. Heaves a deep pass. Far sideline. Flag is down. And it's overthrown on Lowell Patrone. For Bluefield College, Taekwon Fleming on the coverage there. Had Patrone pretty read well. But there's a flag, and it kind of looks like that was going to be a free play for Bluefield anyway because jumping offside.
Defense, number 42, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
So offside on the play. Castleberry moving the defensive end. Not able to get back. Josh Nelson still looking to try to complete the passes down the field. Second down and 8 for Bluefield from their own 40. Make it the 49-yard line of KCU. Swinging out right side. Jackson and Castleberry making up for his mistake on the encroachment penalty, twirling down Jackson for about a 3-yard loss. It's going to be second down, make it third down and 11. Third down and 11 coming up. 3-0 KCU leads Bluefield College's offense. These past couple games here at Mitchell Stadium, it just seems like they're just trying to sprint in the mud. Third down and 11. Nelson, 3 receivers, bunched out right, ball spotted right hash. Nelson back, pressure coming, pump fake, throws it right side, and incomplete. He had both Patrone and Strickland open on the right side. More importantly, I think Patrone, the slot receiver, had more room to run. They both turned around, and the ball sailed out of bounds. So Bluefield College, after a couple of first downs, now forced to punt. Mason Cox, the quarterback for Bluefield, to start the game, taken out. Don't appear to see him on the sideline right now. And actually for Mason Cox, finding him, he is on the athletic training table with ice under his right ankle. So Nelson brought into the game due to an injury. Tanner Griffith back to punt. Jalen Fortune and Parrish Jones ready to receive. Another good punt from Griffith. Taking a spin and a roll inside of the KCU 20-yard line. And now for Bluefield College, they'll get started on defense at their own 18. 4:25 ready to play here in the second quarter. It's been 3-0. A couple of fumbles for Bluefield, a couple of fumbles for KCU, but Jaquan Roberts and company moved the ball down the field very well, converting on a pretty meticulous drive there on a couple of third downs. But on third down and 4, pitched it out to the right, and Bowden and Dalla had that option read well. So now Roberts back to work. Christian, the running back to his right, the 5'7" Chicago native. 2 receivers spread out either side, first down and 10 from their own 18. Snap, Roberts hands it off Christian, left side, bumps into his own tackle, and Bluefield College able to capitalize on that. Bowden and Dalla making the tackle at the 21-yard line for a 3-yard gain. So, first down and 10 turns to second down and 7 with a rolling clock at 4:10. 2 timeouts left for KCU. Remember, Bluefield College gets the ball to start out the third quarter. And they were down 14-0 last time out against KCU back on February 21st and gave up 31, obviously unanswered, second half points in a 45-0 loss. Second down and 7, handed off once again. Christian tried to break out of a tackle and crawl to the 26 of Bluefield on a gain of 5, third down and 2. Rams linebacking core led by DeMarcus Wimbush makes the tackle. Whistle blows. Charlton Perrin lost his helmet. Remember, in college rules, if you lose your helmet, you have to sit out one play.
58. It'll bring up third down.
Third down and 2 from the 26-yard line. Roberts once again in the shotgun formation. They converted very well on the third downs last time. 3 down linemen, Bluefield, led by Patron near side. Roberts, high snap, draws up the middle, tiptoeing on the left side. Bluefield College able to blow it up, but just for a 3-yard gain. Roberts able to move the chains. Wimbush and Kirtley there again for Bluefield, and it'll be first down and 10. Bailey Engel on the call, 3-0 the score. KCU leads on a gorgeous day for football here at Mitchell Stadium. Going to have baseball tomorrow and a doubleheader. Check out our feature at halftime with Leslie Flores, the outside hitter for women's volleyball. Roberts on a swing pass, throws it out left side, caught by Jones. Sprints up to the KCU 35-yard line on a gain of 6. Second down and 4 coming up. Pushed out on the play by Michael Banks. Banks almost had that interception. Already has a fumble recovery in this game. On second down and 4 with 3:12 to play, actually stopping the clock as he got out of bounds that time. Roberts claps, handoff Christian middle. Bluefield with Bobby McBride leading the way, able to plunge him up for little to no gain on that play. Michael Everett laying the finishing touches. And now it's going to be third down and 3 from the Bluefield to make it KCU 36-yard line. So third down and 3 from their own 36-yard line. Roberts with Latimer to the left, the tall running back. Rams with Tony Totham, as well as Charlton Perrin lining up as the interior lineman. Snap on third down. Roberts wants to throw. Dumps it left side. Caught by Latimer in the backfield. DeMarcus Wimbush and Michael Everett blowing it up, but then Latimer, after the initial hit, spun out of it close to the yard to gain, depending on the spot here. They haven't moved the chains as of yet. Initial spot looks like it's going to be about a yard short, actually, and that's pretty tough on Latimer, who looked like he got it. It'll be fourth down and 1 from their own 38-yard line, and the officials taking their own time out here. Measurement coming. Fourth down and 1 initial spot with 2:09 to play. Latimer caught the ball on a screen. Wimbush had him. Michael Everett also joining in on the tackling party. They moved the ball up after the initial spot, and that looks like it's going to be enough. And yes, so they had to talk about where the initial spot of the ball would be. But even as a Bluefield broadcast, that seems to be the right call because Latimer broke off and got that extra yard. So now first down and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Roberts hasn't really thrown that much today. Hasn't really needed to. Latimer to the left. 3 receivers bunched down on the short end of the field. Steps back, whips it left side. Caught on the screen by Jones. Got hit at his ankles in the backfield and crawled up to the KCU 43-yard line. Burgess. Make it Michael Banks actually getting the tackle there. Second down and 6 from the 43. Once again, steps back, throws it left, caught by Jones, has blockers over the tackler for Bluefield, hurtling into Rams territory. Marique Banks tried to target him there at the knees, and Jones hurdles him like at a track meet to the 49 of Bluefield. So moving the chains here with 1:32 to play. KCU with 2 timeouts, already leading 3-0. Roberts in the backfield. Calls for the ball, shotgun snap, handoff Latimer left side. Stiff arms a tackle at the 35-yard line, runs up to the Bluefield College 40. Make it actually the 45, he had the stiff arm. And the tackle made by Wimbush to stifle him about a yard away from the yard to gain. 1:15 to play here in the half. Bluefield College trying to cycle out personnel. Bobby McBride on the field. KCU ready to snap the ball and force Bluefield to call a timeout. So McBride was not ready to come in, didn't know what the call was going to be. We'll keep it right here with 1:10 left to go give you a quick recap. The first quarter littered with fumbles, both teams with 2 fumbles apiece. KCU with one on a return on a blocked field goal that was 41 yards away, and the Rams were able to get the ball on the fumble after Bacchus took it back to the 50-yard line. He coughed it up, and Bluefield got it back. Also, Jalen Daniels fumbled the ball into Bluefield College territory right around the 40-yard line. Michael Banks picked it up. First drive of the game, Mason Cox fumbled, though, for Bluefield on what was 4th down anyway. And for the Rams, they fumbled again later on in that one. So, 2nd down and 1 coming up for KCU. Corey Phipps wants to talk this one over. Offensive line led by DeVario Dorsey in his 4th season as the offensive line coach from Grayson, Kentucky. They've done a good job of shoving Bluefield back. And this is definitely a different KCU program than what we saw back in 2019, where the Rams were able to return a punt for a touchdown. They were also able to return a pick 6, both from the same guy in Tyrese Henry in what was his final collegiate game. Bluefield College also won on a field goal back in 2019 in Grayson, Kentucky. Remember, this is the 2nd straight season where Bluefield has played KCU twice. Snap on 2nd down and 1. Roberts draws up the middle, has room to run to the 35. He's got Banks at the 30, and Banks finally makes the tackle at the 30-yard line for Bluefield College on a gain of 10. Boy, Roberts, one juking move, he was off to the races. Now, 1:03 left to go. Clock stops to move the chains, and now it resumes. Under a minute left, Roberts claps the ball, 1st down and 10, play action, back to throw, pops a pass, right side of the field. Fortune makes the catch, touchdown KCU. 29-yard bomb for the Knights, and for Roberts, his 9th touchdown pass of the year. And KCU, another great drive capped off on blown coverage by Bluefield College. So, 9-0 with a PAT coming up from Rodriguez. Great pass on a pump fake, sold Bluefield there. He was looking a bit gassed as the offense has forced him to be on the field for so long in this game. 53 seconds left to go. Roberts still in as the holder. Kick is away and good. So it's 10-0 as we take a break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 53 seconds left to play in the first half. KCU scores its first touchdown of the game on a bomb from Roberts to Fortune. Welcome back, everyone. Bluefield College giving up a touchdown to Jalen Fortune for KCU on a 29-yard bomb. A beautiful pass by Jaquan Roberts. Hasn't really thrown down the field that far today. Fortune, that's his first touchdown of the season. Up to that point, had only made 1 catch for -1 yard. So for Fortune and the slot lining up to catch the ball in that red Bluefield end zone. Paul Rodriguez back to kick with 53 seconds left. Bluefield 3 timeouts, see if they can move down the field. Already at the 3rd string quarterback with Josh Nelson after Mason Cox is hurt. Ankle injured on the sideline. So end over end kick from Rodriguez, caught by Patron at the 11-yard line, cutting back to the right side, hurdles at the 20 and tackled at the 22-yard line by Nero Hawks. Flag came out on the return behind Lowell Patron. Heard a couple of people barking from the Bluefield College sideline on the return, so I have to see if this one will be coming back or it's potentially on KCU here. Whitecap actually got his crowd mic to work. There is a man down for KCU on the 27-yard line. Flag is out on the 21. Thrown on the far side of the field. Rams going to get the ball with 47 seconds flat left to go. Rams with the cheerleaders out today. Unfortunately, no band for Bluefield College. Can't make out who that is for KCU right now, though. See what Bluefield College can do. Josh Nelson has thrown a couple of deep passes. The receivers are getting open. It's just going to come down to if Nelson has enough time and enough pocket presence to get there.
Illegal blindside block, number 91 of the receiving team. Half of this is a goal, first down.
So, able to hear that there. The blindside block on Javian Fleming, the defensive lineman from Berrien High School. Brings the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line. So Bluefield College has struggled to move the ball already today. A penalty that pushes them back to the 10-yard line. KCU does have 2 timeouts, so KCU will likely not let Bluefield just surrender here if the Rams want to do that. They could theoretically get the ball back and try to kick one from Paul Rodriguez, who's already hit a 23-yarder today. Lamp with his heels back to the Bluefield College 3-yard line. Looks like he's lining up to do that, but nope, Nelson's going to join him. So Nelson's in the gun, first down and 10 from the 10-yard line of Bluefield. Nelson with 3 receivers out to the left, Bluefield College with 3 timeouts. They have not used one as of yet. Actually, check that, Bluefield College has taken 1 timeout. Right back on defense. So the Rams with 2 timeouts. Going right to left, Nelson in the gun. First down and 10 with 47 seconds left. Delayed handoff, middle Lamp. Trucks his way to the Bluefield College 13-yard line. Emory able there to make the tackle for KCU. And as expected, a timeout taken by KCU. So the Kentucky Christian Knights up in this one 10-0. Remember, they led 14-0 against Bluefield back on February 21st at halftime, and the Rams gave up 31 second-half points. KCU,
Please reset the game clock to 40 seconds.
I'm going to get the game clock to 40 seconds. KCU has looked strong this year. Only 1 loss to Faulkner, usually a pretty good, solid team in the Mid-South Conference. KCU, what a complete difference in what we saw to them in 2019. A win today would already surpass their total of wins from 2019 through 11 games. They were 3-8. 2 of those losses to Bluefield College. And for Bluefield, it could be 1-4 if they don't make any adjustments here today. And already the injuries have been so tough on Bluefield College. No Bryce Verbal, no Mason Cox, Josh Nelson thrown into this mix for BC. Cadence Lamp, the running back, to the right. Antonio Strickland, the wide receiver, joining a trio of wide receivers on the far side, including Quirley in the middle and Lowell Patron on the far side. One-on-one ball potentially here for Jaquan Ebron. Second down, Nelson's going to draw on the right side. Slides back for a loss at the 11-yard line. That was a broken play from the start. KCU had it read all the way. Anthony Grant joining him in the backfield for the sack. Third down and long coming up. KCU calls a timeout. And like we had said before, KCU will have enough time here to potentially try to run this punt back and with good field position also force
That's the last charge timeout.
a 13-0 score with a field goal. So Dustin Barker comes in for Bluefield as the tight end. Rams would be smart to just run the ball here. Theoretically, Bluefield could just take a knee. It's third down. Take a knee with
Please reset the game clock to
33 seconds.
34 seconds.
And they want to put 1 more second on the game clock. So the Rams should take a knee. If you think here, with the ball spotted at their own 12-yard line. KCU with no timeouts. This is third down and not fourth down, so Bluefield College could take a knee and walk off the field. KCU couldn't do anything about it. With 34 seconds left, and they're lining up in the shotgun. Bit of a roll of the dice here for Bluefield College. Ball spotted at their own 12. Lamp, the running back, to the right. Nelson in the gun. Nelson bends the knees, calls for the ball, hands it off Lamp left side, runs across the 15, spins at the 20, and actually has the first down for Bluefield up to the 25-yard line on a gain of 13. Anthony Grant, the man to bring him down for KCU. And now for Bluefield, will they try to muster up a drive here with 2 timeouts left, 28 seconds left to play. Once again, looking on the sideline, Josh Nelson and company with Cadence Lamp, who has been a bright spot in the Bluefield running game that has been rather abysmal to begin this season. Nelson goes back. Rams have not called a timeout. So now they're looking at the sideline. The clock is running. I think the whole plan there was to keep the ball inside of the sidelines. Now the clock runs down to 5. KCU staying on the field, and that will be it for the first half of play. 10-0 the score. KCU leads in this one. We'll take a break. Coming up with a volleyball feature. The outside hitter for Bluefield College volleyball with a big game coming up on Tuesday. We have Leslie Flores coming up right here, but it's 10-0 at Mitchell Stadium.
All right, here with the sophomore outside hitter of the women's volleyball team who just resumed their spring season, coming up with a big game against Bryan at home this Tuesday, Leslie Flores. Leslie, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. We just had a full week of practice coming off that big win of last week. And so now we're just working to play them again in a couple days. So feeling pretty good.
Yeah, it was such a big win on the road against Bryan, one of the better teams in the AAC. Take us through that game. What were you thinking after that one went to 5 sets and you guys were able to get the win?
Honestly, all of us just went in there, just have fun. We were missing quite a few of our key players. So we really weren't stressing. And like I said, we just went to play and have fun. We normally aren't playing in the spring, so we weren't used to it. But afterwards, I think we were all just riding that high for like 3 to 4 days. Because, of course, we were playing the number one or tied for number 1 seed in the conference. And we're not as high, but being able to come out with a win in 5 sets against them was huge. And so we were all just super stoked.
Yeah, you mentioned something there I kind of want to dive into. That was the first volleyball game you had played since November 21st, I believe. What was that process like of having such a delay to the season and being able to resume it in the spring, which is, like you said, something you're not used to?
It was honestly really weird. We only got 2 weeks to practice, which again isn't normal either. But we made the most of it. We put in as much work as we could beforehand and prepared. But I mean, again, after those 2 weeks of practice, I think it really paid off considering we came out with that huge win.
Yeah, obviously you guys are feeling like you're on a bit of a high right now. And even with a game that got postponed last week, what has it been like for you mentally just going in every day to the Dome and then kind of realizing, well, now all of a sudden our game's postponed, our game is canceled? What has that done to your mental approach to volleyball?
Honestly, I feel like it just makes me work harder because, now we have even longer span period before our next game. So I'm just, trying to mentally prepare myself for that next team, how I want to help my team and how I want to personally play. I think it just helps me get more time to prepare myself.
Yeah, I bet that definitely helps. I mean, you only have one more game scheduled right now, and you're kind of waiting on when the Union game is going to get rescheduled. So it's going to, I'd imagine that it takes a while to think and prepare for the next game because you have such a long time. Leslie, you had a great freshman year, having a pretty good sophomore year as well. What are some of the goals you have been able to achieve for yourself personally in your second year of Bluefield College volleyball?
Personally, I wanted to come in and, last year I played all the way around. I didn't come off the court. And so this year, I wanted to keep that position. And for me, I was really nervous about that because we have a lot of good freshman DSs this year who can play that same position I do in the back row. And so, I would go in, put in some extra work I could and just try to prove my worth in that position. So I feel like that's definitely one of the goals I felt like I've reached so far. Once the conference tournament gets here and we'll have our normal banquet, I'm hoping, to maybe make first team or second team of all conference. So that's a future goal. We'll see.
Oh, it's definitely attainable, especially for you. you talk about the tournament, you talk about just all of these things that have kind of changed for Bluefield College volleyball this year. But what it's forced you guys to do is force yourself almost into a Bluefield College volleyball bubble. What has it been like to develop that chemistry with a pretty big roster of teammates?
Honestly, it's been awesome. Like being in this position with COVID hasn't been, um, but with us just pretty much trying to stay with each other, it's been so great. Like last year, we had a really good chemistry with our team, but like I feel like this year it's just made it even better considering, like I said, we're all together all the time. Um, and I feel like with having so many girls, it's good because, we're all playing on the court. You just come in whenever, set coach, go get on the court. And so I definitely feel like it's helped a lot. I mean, on the court and off the court.
I want to give you a chance to shout out your teammate here for a second. Aubrey Watcott was just named the setter of the week in the AAC. What have you liked out of her play so far?
Everything. She's my roommate, and I just love everything about her. On the court, off the court, she's just an amazing person. She hustles all the time when we're on the court. Her hands are absolutely beautiful. She'll sometimes just throw the ball up in the air, and it's not the prettiest. And we'll just make it work. And she's like, oh, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "I ain't worried about it." But even when we make silly mistakes like that and just mess up, like it's so easy to just, like let it go and laugh at each other, which is awesome.
Well, that definitely is great to hear. Leslie, you've been awesome. Last thing, guys play Bryan again on Tuesday. What do you all need to do to pick up another win against Bryan College at the Dome?
I think, like I said, when we went into the last game, we just need to go in wanting to have fun and play our game. We're going to be losing a couple more girls for this Tuesday's game, on top of what we already lost. And, so we just need to come in and play our game, work around each other, pick each other up, and just be scrappy.
Well, that sounds good. That's also time for us, Leslie. I know I had a whole list of questions about renewable energy sources that we were supposed to talk about today, but I'm going to let you pass for that. Leslie, good luck on Tuesday and have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Welcome back, everyone. A halftime update where Kentucky Christian leads this one at 10-0. Bluefield College has really struggled offensively in this ball game. Rams have been able to only run for 42 yards. They've only been able to pass for 26. They've ran a total of 68 yards in this game, but for 28 plays, only averaging about 2.4 yards per play. KCU has 13 first downs, 129 rushing yards, 62 in the air, 191 total yards, averaging right around 4.2 per play. But they've had their fair share of troubles in the offensive game as well, fumbling the ball a couple of times there in the first quarter. Jaquan Roberts, 7 of 14 for Kentucky Christian with 62 yards passing and a 29-yard touchdown pass. And for Bluefield College, no touchdowns as of yet. Josh Nelson, the quarterback, coming in for the starter. Mason Cox, who's out with an apparent injury. Cox, 2 for 6, 4 yards. Josh Nelson, 3 for 5 with 22 yards. Longest pass was 11 yards. Caden Slamp leading the way for Bluefield offensively with 26 yards rushing. Mason Cox had 18. Sumrall with 12. DeAndre Jackson with 3 yards rushing. And Josh Nelson has 11 yards rushing. DeAndre Jackson on a couple of swing passes has 14 yards receiving. Antonio Strickland has 1 catch for 8 yards. Jaquan Ebron has 1 catch for 4 yards. So for Bluefield College, you see right there, those talented wide receivers, they have just not been able to connect with the backup quarterbacks that have been in. Rushing on the other end for Kentucky Christian, though, they have been the humongous difference. Devontae Latimer has 52 yards. Gerald Daniels with 31 yards. Jackson Williams, 6 rushes for 26 yards. Jaquan Roberts himself, the quarterback, 6 rushes for 20 yards. Receiving, Jalen Fortune has that big touchdown catch. That's his first touchdown reception of the year and only his second reception of the year total. His first one of the season went for -1 yards, and then Fortune able to get dialed up for a 29-yard touchdown pass on a beautiful throw by Roberts. Bluefield College has only had the ball for 8.5 minutes, total of 8 minutes, 33 seconds. KCU has had the ball for 21 minutes and 27 seconds. Rams are 2 of 8 on third down. KCU, 3 of 9 on third down, but that was all on that one drive where they kicked a field goal. But for KCU, they're 2 of 3 on fourth down. Rams are 0 of 1 after getting a field goal blocked. It's 10-0. About 8.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. KCU looking to start out the year 4-1, while the Rams trying to avoid falling to 1-4 on the season. You're watching Rams football on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We'll be back with the second half after this. Welcome back, everyone. 10-0 Bluefield College getting the ball to start out the second half. Bailey Engel on the call for you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We're happy to have you along for the ride as Bluefield College goes back to receive this kick. Lowell Patron joined by Rayshawn Pearson to try to receive this one from Rodriguez. Bluefield College on offense has yet to eclipse the 100-yard mark. That's going to be really tough to be able to score anything today. Only 68 total yards for Bluefield on 28 plays. So Lowell Patron, who does not have a reception in this ball game, now trying to spark something with a kickoff return here. 10-0 KCU leads. Rams will go right to left in those blue jerseys here on a gorgeous day for football at Mitchell Stadium. With a wind blowing behind Rodriguez, the 5'8", 280 kicker swings the leg, and it goes end over end back to the 5-yard line. Patron has it there, racing on the right side of the field, has a block, stiff arm 30, cutting at the 35-40, still on his feet at the 49-yard line, runs out of bounds. Call it the 50 actually on a 40-yard return for Bluefield. Lowell Patron, who hasn't caught a ball yet today, trying to spark something for Bluefield, shot out of a cannon there for a big return. So, if you're just now joining us, Josh Nelson is the quarterback. Mason Cox already was the backup coming into this game, got the start in the place of an injured Bryce Verbal. So now, here is Josh Nelson. Mason Cox out with an apparent foot-ankle injury. He has already taken his jersey off and is on the sideline. So it's a 1st and 10 for Bluefield at the 50-yard line, down 10-0. What can Josh Nelson do here? Also the ball in the shotgun, handoff Lamp left side. He is stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. A whole gang of Knights bringing him down. Fadarius Thompson leading the way for KCU. And it's going to be 2nd down and long for Bluefield. Actually give him a yard gain. Fellow on the chain gang on the far side was moving backwards. That couldn't have been right. So for Lamp, he gets a yard gain. 2nd down and 9 after the tackle was made. Josh Nelson and company for Bluefield College. What can they do here? In the shotgun, high snap. Nelson, design rollout left. Pressure coming, sets his feet, throws it near sideline. It's caught by Patron and then dropped. He was going out of bounds anyway. On the coverage that time for KCU, Palmer was right on Patron well. That was going to be tough for Bluefield to complete that pass. But Josh Nelson, still a tough day. Passing now for the 6th attempt. He's 3 for 6 in this ball game for just 22 yards. So 3rd down and 9 for Bluefield after the big return from Lowell Patron. The Rams have been able only to advance 1 yard. The 1-3 Bluefield College Rams. Nelson, shotgun, sets his feet, pump fake, draws up the middle, cutting on the near side, 45, still running at the 40, runs back on the near sideline, 38, ball popped out of the end. Official, will they call him down? KCU recovered it, but Josh Nelson goes back into the huddle, and they say it was down. But it's good enough for a Bluefield College 1st down either way as the Rams cowbells get into it. 10-0 the score. Bluefield down by 10. Nelson able to move the chains on an 11-yard carry to the 38-yard line. So on 1st down and 10, shotgun snap, handed off Lamp up the middle. Has a good convoy of blockers, finding his way up to the 35 for a 3-yard gain. Linebacking core there for KCU, led by Antoine McCary. So McCary makes the tackle. Bluefield College at the 35-yard line. Sun is right behind us here in the Mitchell Stadium box. And the shade starting to envelop the Bluefield College sideline, down 10-0, trying to get things started out well here in the second half. So it's 10-0, 13-10 to play. 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap, roll out right. Nelson still looking, throws it far sideline, and it's out of play. Antonio Strickland, the intended receiver on that, could not tell if Nelson was actually trying to connect with his wide receiver or just simply throw that one away. But either way, the same result. 3rd down and 7. That halts the clock at 13:01 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Looking at Mike Ketchum for a new call in the near sideline. Bluefield trying to capitalize on the first drive of the 3rd quarter, a quarter that has plagued them so much in the past. Rams want a new game ball. I'm going to cycle in a new one on the far side. So Nelson with the ball spotted on the left hash. Sets up shotgun, Lamp to his right, possibly in 4-down territory for Bluefield in this one. Ebron, the receiver on the near side, short end of the field. Nelson back, sets his feet, throws it left side. It's caught by Ebron, trying to spin out of a tackle and dances out of bounds inside of the KCU 20-yard line to the 19. Pushed out of bounds by the corner Palmer, but that's the first catch of the day for Jaquan Ebron, making his second catch actually, and now moves the chains. Up to the 19-yard line, and for the first time today, Bluefield College is in the red zone. Nelson setting up shotgun, Lamp to his right, Furley and Ebron to his left with Antonio Strickland and Lowell Patron on the far side. Nelson in the gun on first down and 10, steps back, play clock rushing down to 9 seconds now. Tanner Griffith warming up for a field goal here. Rams won 6. Nelson on first down, back to throw. He's hit as he throws. Ball popped up sky high. It's in the backfield and recovered by KCU. Running it all the way back for a touchdown. He will not be caught. Devin Bacchus. Wow. Nelson hit as he threw. The ball went backwards. He wants to argue that his arm was moving forward, but boy, Bacchus picked it up, had nobody around him, and ran it back for the KCU TD. And now for Bluefield, you're starting to get unfortunate flashbacks from the last time you played KCU. That is the Rams' third fumble of the day, and Bluefield College and the NAI, unfortunate situation where you're not able to review that. So Nelson saying that his arm was going forward. There's no way of being able to know. So Rodriguez with a 16-0 lead, back to kick, low snap, swing of the leg, end over end, and through the upright. So it's 17-0, long return by Bacchus into the end zone. So Bacchus with a couple of returns today. This time does not fumble and capitalizes confidently. 17-0, 12:08 go here in the third quarter. So Bacchus scores a touchdown for KCU. Sun baking down on the far side of the bleachers. Kentucky Christian with their position to celebrate that one as Bacchus returned it all the way for the TD. Devin Bacchus picked up the loose ball on a field goal block earlier, but the Alabama native that time able to return it after fumbling that field goal block recovery. He didn't fumble that one. Boy, he had it and no one was around him. Rams had moved the ball inside of the red zone for the first time, and then a fumble. Nelson hit as he threw. Ball popped up sky high. That's the third fumble of the day for Bluefield College, and now they're back to try to return this one. So Paul Rodriguez ready to kick for KCU, and his team up 17-0 with 12:08 to play. Rodriguez pops a kick up sky high and a short one, and a fair catch made for Bluefield at the 28-yard line. So the Rams getting back to work. Josh Nelson in as the quarterback. Stephen McCall able to make that catch on the kickoff. Nelson back in as the QB. Rams have such a gigantic roster that it would be possible if Nelson isn't the quarterback we see at the end of this game for Bluefield. We saw a couple others warming up for the Rams. Mason Adams as well as Justice Fannin, his wide receiver, warming up with him. Also, Stephen Sweeney was the original QB2 on the depth chart to begin the season. So Josh Nelson in as the QB. First down and 10, Bluefield College from their own 29-yard line. 3 receivers out to the right, including Dustin Barker, the tight end. Snap on first down, handoff Lamp middle. He's tackled for a 2-yard gain at the 31-yard line. Defensive line crashing down to make the tackle, and Lamp only got a couple. So second down and 8, Chris Draper able to bring him down. Second down and 8, 11:45 to play. Second to last home game of the year for Bluefield College. 1-3 already. Second down and 8, delayed handoff. Lamp up the middle, lowers the shoulder. Well, these linebackers have not been fooled. He fought up to the 34-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll be third down and 5. And Bacchus off of that big return, able to make the tackle. Now for Bluefield. Third down and 5. Rams have struggled on converting third downs in this ball game. In the first half, they were 2 of 8. Snap on 3rd and 5. Nelson steps, throws it left. It's caught by Ebron, sliding backwards to the Bluefield College 43-yard line, but there is a flag on the far sideline that could halt the opportunity that this play presents. And Nelson clapping his hands, the quarterback. Looks like this one's going to be on KCU. Get the call here from the official.
Legal substitution on the defense. 12 men in the formation. That penalty declined. First down.
So, as you heard him, 12 men on the field for KCU, a legal substitution. That'll make the coaching staff, led by Corey Phipps, a bit irate, but the Rams are down 17-0. Moving the ball at their own 43-yard line. They have been outscored at 62-0 in 2 games so far against KCU. Nelson on 1st and 10, steps back, sets his feet, heaves a pass deep, near side. Ebron jumps up and makes the catch. Thrown out of bounds at the Bluefield, make it KCU 22-yard line. Big fade, Gerald Palmer got beat. 1st and 10, Bluefield. So the Rams down 17-0. Once again, inching closer to the red zone. They got inside of the red zone when they fumbled last time. Lamp in as the running back, down 17-0, 10:23 to play. Nelson looking a little bit more confident as the quarterback now. And the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the KCU 22. Nelson back, steps, throws it near side, end zone. Incomplete. Intending that one for Ebron once again on the coverage. It was the same DB and Gerald Palmer. Palmer actually had a better chance of catching that one than Ebron did. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, 3rd quarter here in Bluefield, 10:09 to play. Bailey Engel on the call. We're glad to have you here for what is the 4th Bluefield College home game of the season. Rams are 1-2 at home. 2nd down and 10 from the 22. Nelson back, steps, throws it, swing pass, right side, Lamp blown up in the backfield. For a loss back at the 28-yard line, Ethan Owens had it read all the way, and KCU forces 3rd down and very long. It'll be 3rd down and 16 coming up for Bluefield inside of 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Now the Rams down 17-0. They're going to likely have 2 downs to get up to the yard to gain, which is the KCU 13-yard line. Now they're spotted back at the 28. 3rd down and 16. Think of the 12, actually, the yard to gain. Lamp to the right, 2 receivers. Out to the left with the tight end as well, and Dustin Barker. Nelson back on 3rd down. Heaves a pass far side, end zone. Incomplete. Antonio Strickland, the intended target, and once again overthrown. So 4th down at 16. Tanner Griffith out to kick. This will be a long one. Remember the last time he was out there, his field goal was blocked on just about the same yardage. It's going to be 45 yards. Nelson staying in as the holder for Bluefield. From the right hash with the sun to his left. Right to left, no wind now, kicking on the scoreboard end here at Mitchell Stadium. Nelson calls for the ball, snap, good hold. The kick is away, end over end, and hits that post, no good. So it hit the goal post. Bluefield College once again getting very close to the red zone and coming up empty. So KCU gets the ball back. It's been a frustrating day for Bluefield as Griffith missed it. Looked like the laces were to the left on the hold. Bryce Verbal, the normal holder as well. And now here's Bluefield's defense for the first time today in the second half, I should say. Rams defense has looked pretty good. I mean, only giving up 10 points there in the first half, despite being on the field for nearly 22 of the 30 minutes of the first half. Pretty good for Bluefield College, forcing a couple of fumbles. Marik Banks has had a pretty solid game for Bluefield College, as well as Mikel Banks. So 1st down and 10, Roberts in as the quarterback. Latimer to his right, snap handoff. Latimer right side, cuts back up left and dances to the KCU 33-yard line. Tackle there, Tony Totten for Bluefield College. Totten, the defensive lineman. Jackson Charlton Perrin to his left. 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain. 17-0 the score inside of 9 minutes to play. Going left to right, KCU. Slap of the ball, Roberts. Handoff Latimer, left side, stutter step, and shoots out of a cannon across the 40 and up to the KCU 45-yard line, and a gain of 12. Tackle finally made by Corbett for Bluefield. And now for the Rams, starting to backpedal a little bit here on defense, down 17-0. Remember, they lost 45-0 last time out against KCU. Bobby McBride rushing to get off of the field and finally does on a very impressive sprint to avoid the penalty. First down attempt from the 45 of KCU. Handed off Latimer, left side, cuts another corner, has room to run, stumbling into Bluefield College territory for the first down and a bit more, all the way up to the 36. Well, Lindsey was there to trip him up, and he was the only tackler available to keep Latimer away from bringing that one all the way to the house. So it's all the way up to now the Bluefield College 36-yard line. Left to right for KCU in the white jerseys. Latimer has been a great running back. He's getting a break. Snap and handoff to Daniels, cutting at the left, spins at the 35-yard line and tackled for a short gain by Logan Patrone for Bluefield. It'll be second down and 7 to go with 7:48 to play. KCU has been working well on offense, and they had to kick one time where the Rams had let the ball get inside of their own 10. Marique Banks made a good play in the end zone, and the Rams also read a pitch well, thanks to Bowden and Dalla. That's what's kept them from being maybe this a 20-7 score. Second down and 7 from the 33. Play action, back, Roberts throws it left, wide open man, caught over the shoulder, touchdown. Dialing it up to Jalen Hawthorne for his third touchdown of the season. The sophomore from Harrisburg, PA, now makes it 23-0 with a PAT coming up, a 33-yard touchdown pass. KCU, what a story for Corey Phipps and company. Likely, unless Bluefield can really make some adjustments, KCU will be 4-1 to start the season. Rodriguez back to kick, lining up with the wind blowing to the left. See if that maybe triggers a different response from Rodriguez here. Good snap, the hold is down, whistles blow, the kick is up.
Flag on the play.
And the officials didn't even look to see if it was good, so it's a pre-snap penalty. Officials Mike still not called on. And I think he's just going to have to take an L here as KCU moves backwards. Trying to get the microphone correct. It's going to be a false start on KCU, so this makes it just about a 25-yarder on a PAT. He's already hit from 23 today. 7:17 to play third quarter. Rodriguez trying to make this 24-0 on the PAT. Snap, hold is down, swings the leg, the kick is away. And good. 24-0 after the 33-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Hawthorne. And now Bluefield College trails 24-0 against KCU here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, with the sun moving behind a cloud, it's 24-0 on a shaded Mitchell Stadium field. 7:17 to play in the third quarter. Rams missed a 45-yard field goal off of the goalpost for Tanner Griffith. And now KCU able to capitalize on a 33-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Hawthorne, completing another dominant drive by the KCU Knights. Aggregate in 2 games. Been able to outscore the Rams 69-0. So Rodriguez kicks a squib on the near side. It is caught at the 36-yard line. Rams once again with Jeremy Turner able to make the catch there. Did not fair catch it. Jumped in front of a man to make that catch at Bluefield College and started out at their own 36-yard line. So the Rams have had the ball twice already here in this third quarter On the first drive, Josh Nelson moved the ball inside of the 19-yard line. He was hit as he threw, and a fumble recovered by Devin Bacchus all the way back to make it 17-0. Then the Rams drove down again, moved backwards once they got to the 22-yard line on a completion by Jaquan Ebron. After that, Rams missed a field goal, and then a couple plays later, KCU scored in less than a 2-minute drive. So now Josh Nelson out to work again. First down and 10 in the shotgun. Flag flies out, and all ready for Bluefield movement on the line of scrimmage.
False start, number 19 of the offense.
Antonio Strickland, it's been a frustrating game for him. Strickland trying to deal with some new quarterbacks. The chemistry has not been there. He's only got one catch for 8 yards so far in this one. First down and 15 for Bluefield, back at their own 32 now. The shotgun snap, Nelson bends the knees. The freshman calls for the ball and gets it. Steps back, checks down the flat, throws it near sideline, and Ebron dropped it. Boy, Ebron wanted to cut back up the middle before he had the ball. And Thompson had a lapse in coverage where Ebron's going to be wide open. And he just dropped it. So now it's second down and 15 with 7:12 to play. Ball is spotted at the Bluefield 32. Left hash. Rams in those pretty great looking blue jerseys, trying to move right to left. Snap on second down. Handoff middle. Lamp truck down for just about a 2-yard gain. Defensive line able to crash down. And Spencer Davis was right there.
Number 40, Lamp, tackled on the play by number 91.
So now third down and 13 from their own 34-yard line. Rams trail 24-0. Trying to avoid yet another disastrous third quarter. Nelson on third down. Looks, delays, handoff right side. Lamp has a good hole up the right side to the 43-yard line. Finally tackled by Anthony Grant. It's going to make it fourth down and about 4 to go for Bluefield. And see what they do here. Rams already down 24-0. Nelson jogging off the field. And for Bluefield, down 24-0, there is a thought of what do you have to lose? And well, Tanner Griffith wants to boot this one away, so potentially the Rams can force some sort of 3-and-out on defense. Rams defense has been so tested today after playing 22 of the first 30 minutes of the ball game. Low snap to Tanner Griffith, snares it and kicks an end-over-end kick, bouncing on the near sideline. Maybe not one of the best ones from Tanner Griffith as it rolls out of bounds, close to the 35, and they spot it out at the KCU 36. With 5:56 to play, Rams getting back out on defense here. KCU beat Bluefield College 45-0 in the first game. The Rams have struggled to score against this KCU defense that has forced them to fumble 3 times, the last one being the big one. And you look at the score at that point when Josh Nelson was back to throw on a 10-0 ball game, lost the ball, hit as he threw, and Devin Bacchus took it all the way back for a touchdown. Back on defense for Bluefield, defensive front of Colin O'Donnell, and Bobby McBride on the far side. First down and 10, Roberts in the gun, snap, handoff Latimer, left side, he's brought down in the backfield. Michael Everett as well as Kayshawn Ridgel dropping him back at the 36-yard line. Gonna be no gain. It'll be second down and 10. 5:40 left to play, 24-0 the score. Rams playing in their penultimate home game of the year. They're going to be back in a couple of weeks up against maybe the toughest team in the Mid-South Conference, Reinhardt. Always given Bluefield trouble in the past. Roberts play action on second down and 10. Pump fake, throws it left side. It is tipped and incomplete. Michael Banks ready to break it up for Bluefield. Peyton Haston there as well for the Rams. It was underthrown on a pass intended for Soto on the left side. Third down for Bluefield. Third down and 10 coming up. Rams down 24-0 with 5:19 to play. Need a stop here. Latimer moving in the backfield. Flag comes out, and that's going to push KCU back to a 3rd and 15 situation. Latimer faked up the middle. Had his jump on his own hard snap count with his teammate Jaquan Roberts. So Roberts And company backing up, he has Luke Borelli, the tight end, really functioning as a fullback with him in the backfield, standing in at 6'2", 250, wearing number 41. KCU in the all-white slick jerseys, making the trip from Grayson, Kentucky, not that far away from Huntington, West Virginia. 3rd and 15 from their own 31. In the gun, calls for the ball. Roberts back, pumps to the left, steps, throws a pass. Left side, deep for Soto, broken up. Haston on the coverage there for Bluefield College. On the pass on the far sideline, Haston had it covered well. So the Rams elected to punt after 4th down and 5. Ended up being a decent decision after Bluefield College forces yet another 3 and out. So just what we were talking about, Bluefield College doing a good job on defense in this game. Even with the score, Rayshawn Pearson back to receive for Bluefield. Josh Ford ready to kick. Obadiah Wilson once again snapping for KCU. Pearson backing up inside of his own 35. Ford has not been incredible today for KCU. High snap, Carralzo on one hand, ball is on the ground, he's rushing, and Charles Turner brings him down at the 17-yard line. Bluefield College with a big break, and once again, for the 2nd week in a row, a high snap. Bluefield College trying to capitalize off of that. Charles Turner able to bring him down. First down and 10 coming up for Josh Nelson and company. Rams trying to avoid getting shut out for the 2nd straight time against KCU. 45-0 the first time, now 24-0. A lot of football left to be played. Rams trying to spark a comeback. Patron lining up on the far side. Strickland in the slot right. Ebron on the left. Handed off. Lamp crashes up to the 15-yard line for a gain of 2. Big hit that time from Ethan Owens off of the edge. 2nd down and 8 with 4:55 to play. 4:50 left to go. In the 3rd quarter, 24-0 the score. Rams once again not huddling up. Nelson lines up in the gun, Lamp to his right. 2nd down and 8 from the 15 of KCU. Nelson, shotgun snap, steps, throws it end zone left. Ebron leaps, touchdown. Josh Nelson throws his first touchdown of his college career from 15 yards out to his main target in the 2nd half, Jaquan Ebron. And for the 2nd straight week, Bluefield College capitalizes on a high snap on a punt. 24-6 the score. Tanner Griffith ready to kick this one away for Bluefield. Beautiful pass. Ebron with a great jump and makes the catch for BC. Griffith ready to kick this one through the uprights for Bluefield. It's been a struggle to do that. Snap, hold, kick is away, and this time it is good. 24-7 right after the fumble, or the high snap, I should say. Rams able to capitalize on a 15-yard pass from Nelson. We're going to be back right after this. KCU getting the ball, but Bluefield College is on the board for the first time today with 4:34 to play in the 3rd. 24-7 the score, 5th touchdown of the year for Jaquan Ebron. And Bluefield College, after the high snap from Obadiah Wilson, able to capitalize 2 plays later. So Tanner Griffith ready to kick this one following a score for the first time today. Back to receive Jalen Fortune as well as Paris Jones. Griffith toes up to the ball and swings the leg on a deep one. Fortune ready to receive at the 12-yard line and cuts to the middle of the field. Sprinting up the middle, has room to run 40, 45, angles back right and finally tackled very close to the 50-yard line by Bluefield College's Zaire Lindsay. Wow, so he cut back to the right straight at Zaire Lindsay, trying to have him beat, and a big return helping out Jaquan Roberts and company. So the Rams down by 3 scores, 17-point deficit. Certainly odder things have happened. The Rams have came back from down 15 before. It would take a gigantic 24-point comeback for Bluefield to tie the game. Jaquan Roberts and company have not been impeccable on offense, though. Rams just forced a 3 and out last time. Roberts in the gun, the senior from Alabama, Well, the sophomore from Dayton, Ohio, to his right. Two receivers spread out to the left as the shade envelops the ball at the 50-yard line. First down and 10 from the 50. Latimer scoots to the left. Snap Roberts, handoff Latimer right. He is plugged up at the line of scrimmage. Kayshawn Ridgel, Michael Everett, Bobby McBride all leading the way for Bluefield College for no gain. It's going to be second down and 10 at the 50.
Latimer.
Also getting into the mix, who else but DeMarcus Winbush for Bluefield College, struggling with an injury to begin the year. All-American for the Rams. For a 1-yard gain, Latimer having to face off against him. Second down and 9 from the 49. Latimer once again scoots to the left, spread out left side. Roberts back, steps, throws it left. Wide open man, Soto makes the catch at the 21. Jukes back up the middle, 15. 10-5, touchdown. Pushed in the end zone at the end by Haston. A flag will sail in after that, but a 49-yard touchdown, sucking the momentum out of Bluefield sails. Here with 3:45 left in the third quarter, Soto knew he was going to be the top receiver today. That's his third touchdown catch of the year and his longest reception of the season as well at 49 yards. Going to be enforced on the kickoff.
After the play, personal foul, 29 of the defense. That 15-yard penalty will be administered on the kickoff. Score is good.
So, 49-yard touchdown. You heard that late push after the catch was made. Frustration building for Bluefield. It's 30-7. Rodriguez steps up, kicks this one through the uprights, and good. 49-yard touchdown pass by Jaquan Roberts. He has 3 today. And Bluefield College is going to have to get back to work on offense. When we come back with 3:45 left to go in the third, it's 31-7 KCU. Welcome back, everyone. 31-7 is the score. A 49-yard touchdown pass from Jaquan Roberts, dialing it up to Diego Soto, wide receiver who is down the field and just wide slam open. Soto, the freshman from Orange Park, Florida, 5'11", 175. That was a great pass from the quarterback and Roberts. And after the play, Bluefield College getting a bit frustrated there. Peyton Haston shoving him down to the dirt after he already made the catch and ran about 8 yards into the end zone. So because of that 15-yard penalty, Rodriguez will kick this one off from the 50. Rams would be smart just to try to fair catch this one here and move it up to the 25-yard line. See what Rodriguez does, though. Toes up to the ball and squibs it right side. Fair catch made by Parham at the 35-yard line. And for Bluefield, that's the best thing that could happen there because it looked like it was going to be disastrous. And KCU rolled the dice. So 31-7 the score, 24-point lead. KCU leads against Bluefield by 24 for the second time today. They already jumped up to a 24-0 lead earlier. Nelson threw his first touchdown pass the last drive out of his college career. Freshman from Forest, Virginia, stepping back in for Bluefield College. To Liberty Christian Academy up in Lynchburg. Snap, handoff, middle, Lamp trucks his way to the KCU, make it Bluefield 40 for 5 yards. It's going to be second down and 5. Huddleston on the tackle. Well, the Rams are 1-3. Unfortunately for Bluefield, lots of things need to happen for them to potentially get the second win of the year. KCU, what an improvement from 2019 to 2021. Snap on second down and 5. Nelson throws it right, caught by Patron. One-on-one on the right side, and he is tackled about a yard short of the yard to gain. Fleming was there. Flag came out, though, at the Bluefield College 38. This could be coming back. Maybe some holding on that swing pass out to Patron. Patron had to try to put the works on Fleming and just couldn't get outside. Call coming up. Here it is.
Unnecessary roughness, number 19. Of 19 of the offense. 15-yard penalty, second down.
Well, that was going to be huge if it was going to be on number 19 of KCU. There is no number 19, so that made the official realize that the only number 19 there is Antonio Strickland. So, Bluefield College moving 15 yards back.
That was a live ball foul.
And so it seems like Bluefield College, the sticks right now are going to read third down. So it's also a loss of down. They're not even going to be able to replay it. Third down and very long from their own 29-yard line. Need the 45 of their own territory. So third down and a mile. Third down and 16. Make it second down and 16. So it isn't a loss of down. Second down and 16. Two receivers out to the left. Nelson once again pushed back with his toes back at his own 23-yard line. Nelson, delayed handoff lamp right. Once again, just can't break through. Gets up to the 31-yard line and a gain of 2. Linebacking core swarming there for KCU in those white jerseys. And the wind pushing into Bluefield's face, trying to move quickly here with just 2:50 left to go in the third quarter, down 31-7. What are the shutout from last time? I think it's been all KCU. Rams have just had so many fumbles and so many miscues. A couple of field goals missed. Josh Nelson, 3rd and 14 from their own 31. They need the 45. Nelson bends the knees, two receivers either side. Back to throw. Heaves it far side. Patron turns around and can't make the catch as the ball bounces out of play on the far sideline. Hit him in the chest. Coverage there by Fleming made it tough for Patron. And now Bluefield College once again forced to punt with 2:20 left to play in the third quarter. Bailey Engel on the call. Glad to have you with us. Baseball underway now at Mitchell Stadium. Unfortunately, unable to broadcast that one, but we're going to have a doubleheader tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. over at Mitchell Stadium. Rams taking on Montreat. Back with his heels to his own 16-yard line. Griffith steps up, swing of the leg. Another beauty of a punt. He's going to take a Bluefield roll inside the 30. Still rolling all the way inside of the 20-yard line. What a punt for Tanner Griffith, and now we got a fight at the 45-yard line, it appears. Getting mixed up a bit with a flag coming out at the end, as expected. Bluefield College had Tyler Sedlock, the defensive back from Summersville, West Virginia. A couple flags coming up. Appeared that he was entangled with Devin Bacchus, as well as Ramsey for KCU. Now, here comes a flag. Here comes the official call. 31-7 the score, 24-point lead. Sedlock, it appeared to be Ramsey, were wrestling at the 45-yard line of Bluefield College. It could be tough because this is going to negate a great punt, potentially for Tanner Griffith. 2:07 left to go in the third quarter. And the official having some technical difficulties with his mic. I have never seen an official actually get this correctly every time.
Number 47 of KCU. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 12 of Bluefield. That's their first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game. Those fouls canceled. First down, KCU.
So it's actually Gerald Palmer. Those penalties offset, rolls all the way back to the 17. So Bluefield College getting back to work on defense. Jaquan Roberts still in as the QB with a 24-point lead. 2:07 to go. The official turns off his microphone. First down and 10. Gorgeous day with a pretty decent crowd on hand, even considering the score so far here in Bluefield. Been frustrating for the Rams. The official's just going to play with a live mic. First down and 10. From their own 17-yard line, Roberts has been tough today. Calls for the ball, snap, handoff left side, has a hole and trucks to Marcus Wimbush across the 20 to the 22-yard line on the carry. That time for KCU. Once again, it was Tyrese Christian.
Tackle by number 54.
Second down and 5.
Second down.
At their own 22-yard line with the clock rolling down inside of 2 minutes. For Bluefield College, trying to force a turnover that could potentially put them in a Good scoring position here. Roberts on 2nd down and 5. Another handoff. Christian straight up the middle. Dances out of a tackle. Sam Kirtley standing him up at the 25-yard line for a gain of 3. And then he fought up across the 25 to the 27, where it appears they will move the chains. And yes, Christian able to get enough to move the chains there and a 5-yard gain.
That's enough for a Knights first down.
So enough for a Knights first down. First down and 10. Their own 27-yard line. Kentucky Christian. What a turnaround for Corey Phipps and company. Their own 27, Roberts calls for the ball. Once again, the give to Christian at the 30-yard line, and that offensive line has been shoving Bluefield around. He got across to the 31, tackle finally stifling him there, Sam Kirtley, for a gain of 5 inside of 57 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 31-7. The ball is spotted at their own 32-yard line. Probably going to give it to Ramsey here, the running back to the right. Be surprised if they even try to pass it with how well they've been able to run the ball. Roberts calls for the ball, handoff Ramsey, right side, and Sam Kirtley, DeMarcus Wimbush there to make the tackle for the 1-yard gain. Now it'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up as that moves up to the 33-yard line on a gain of 1.
Carried by number 25.
3rd down and 4. Clock rolling down with 23 seconds. KCU jogs off of the field, and that is it for 75% of this ball game. 31-7. Once again, the third quarter, tough on Bluefield College. It seems that the past 3 games here, the third quarter has just been a nightmare for the Rams, and they give up 21 points in that third and only score 7. We have 15 more minutes of football. On to the fourth quarter we go. 31-7. Bluefield College trails by 24 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network as we take a break and be back in just a moment. Third down and 4 from the 33-yard line, 31-7 as we begin the fourth quarter. KCU trying to move the chains up to their own 47, make it 37. Movement in the backfield, no flag called, and now it is. So Latimer, that's the second time he moved in the backfield, and now it'll be 3rd down and 9. Rams trail by 24, need a comeback of comebacks to try to seal this one. All start on Devontae Latimer.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
So now, for KCU, 3rd down and 9 pushes them back to their own 28-yard line. Rams trying to make another stop. Jaquan Roberts has been a spectacular game manager today. He's dialed up 3 touchdown passes as well, which has been interesting because KCU spends most of the time running here on these drives and then just chuck it down the field for some pretty big plays. 3rd down and 9, handoff right side. Christian has close to the first down as he twirls up to the 36-yard line, about a yard short. And Bluefield College, thanks to Bowden and Dalla, will force 4th down and 1 here. Jaquan Roberts doesn't want to leave the field. They're up by 24, and they're thinking, why not? Let's just go for it.
It's 4th down.
So 4th down for Bluefield, down by 24 points. Rams defense noticeably and understandably gassed. They made a couple of good stops, but they have been out on the field so much today, with KCU controlling time of possession. 4th down and 1 in the gun. Roberts back, steps, and he's going to pooch punt it with a left foot. It goes straight up in the air. Currently turns around trying to find the ball, and it is just punched down at the KCU 45-yard line. It ends up being a 9-yard punt. And the Rams get the ball with great field position. I think at that point, if you're KCU, why not just go for it if you're only going to kick it 9 yards? So the Rams get the ball at the 45-yard line. Make it the 44. So check that. It's an 8-yard punt. 14-11 left to play. Josh Nelson has 1 touchdown today. Weldon lining up to the ball. 3 down linemen, KCU. Rams going left to right in the open end of the field. Nelson in the gun, Lamp to his right, 3 receivers spread out left. Corley in the slot for Bluefield. Nelson gets the ball, wants to pass, steps, hit as he throws, near sideline, intercepted at the 25, cutting up in the near sideline, room to run to the 40, pushed up at the 50-yard line, steps out of bounds at the Bluefield 48. It's picked off for KCU by what appears to be Lilton Horn. So Horn makes the interception, and Bluefield College once again turns the ball over. So Horn capitalizing after Nelson was hit as he threw. Rams are lining up. They haven't spotted the ball yet. It appeared that he got into Bluefield College territory. No, they just call him out at the 50. So now, ready to come in, Eli Sammons, the freshman from Greenup, Kentucky. Sammons, the transfer from Marshall University, coming in as the backup with a 31-7 lead. 14 minutes left to play. Handed off right side, room to run to the 47-yard line and brought down there. It's Gerald Daniels, once again, who has a fumble today. A gain of 3. Curtly able to make the tackle for Bluefield with the help of Bowden and Dalla.
Second down.
Whistle blows, and the officials want to call a timeout. Daniels is going to limp off of the field. Christian back in as the running back for KCU. So Sammons is 1 of 6 for 2 yards across 3 appearances for KCU. The freshman transfer from Marshall did not play in his time in Huntington. Second down and 7. Snap at the Bluefield 47. Handoff Christian right side, backing up at the 45, and the Rams trying to gang tackle him down. Finally do at the 44 of Bluefield. Gain of 3, 3rd down and 4 coming up. See if Sammons, tall quarterback at 6'6", 225. Kind of a pro-style QB for KCU. 3rd down and 4 with 13:04 to play in Bluefield College territory once again at the 44. Sammons, a loud clap for the ball. Ends up being a decoy on a hard snap count. Once again in the shotgun, moves Christian from the left to his right. Sammons, 2 receivers spotted on the near end. This is where they've been able to go deep before. They're down at 4, snap, play action, throws middle, incomplete. Intending that one to the tight end Dylan Feast, and the Rams force 4th down and 4 coming up. And now, I think what we'll see out of KCU, we saw them on 4th and short go with the pooch punt, and it only went 9 yards. So I think that KCU is willing to give up decent field position. They have great confidence in their defense in this ball game. 4th down and 4, Salmon staying out there. Going for the hard snap count, trying to jump Bluefield. Sammons looks to the line on the right side. The sideline gets a new call. 4th down and 4 from the Bluefield 44. Sammons, 6'6" quarterback. Gets the ball, steps back. Check down the flat, steps, throws a deep ball right side. Pretty pass, but overthrown. And the Rams force a turnover on downs to take over at their own 44-yard line. It was intended for Fortune, who already has a touchdown to catch today.
First down Rams.
A tight spiral from Sammons. Was chucked it deep, could not connect. So now 1st down and 10 for Bluefield, down by 24 with 12:37 left to go in the ball game. Josh Nelson has had a tough go of it for the Rams today. Hit as he thrown a couple of times. Once returned for a fumble on a touchdown by Bacchus, and then the other returned all the way to the 50 on an interception by Lilton Horn. So the Rams down by 24, 31-7, 12:37 left to go in the ball game, left to right. In the gun again, Nelson bends his knees at the 39-yard line, calls for the ball, gets it. Design rollout right, has blockers, throws it right. It's caught by Ebron, has the 1st down at the KCU 45, and trucked forward. Big gang of tacklers by KCU. They don't blow the whistle until he gets to the 43. Tackled by Horn again. Joining him was Tyquan Fleming. And it was interesting that in order to protect Ebron, they did not blow the whistle. And Bluefield College moves the chains. Nelson has been able to throw to Ebron a couple of times. Has 1 touchdown already in this game from 15 yards out. Left to right goes Bluefield. Shade is on an artificial turf as the Rams tow the ball to the 43 of KCU. Nelson in the gun, 3 receivers out left, calls for the ball, gets it, Lamp, handoff, right side, and he only gets about a yard. Crashing down was Fadarius Thompson. Now it's second down and 9, 11:58 left to go.
Second down.
Move it to the 30, make it 42. Nelson gets a new call from Mike Ketchum. See if they dial up another one to Jaquan Ebron. Patron and Strickland spotted on the left side. Dustin Barker at tight end. Rams have thrown to tight ends this year for the first time. Nelson corrals the snap, checks down. He's going to roll out to the left and sacked. Brought down in the backfield, all the way back in Bluefield territory at the 47-yard line. Tinsley had him chased. And boy, Nelson extending the ball with McCary on his back as well. Almost fumbled it and was very lucky that did not cough up the ball again. 11:11 left to go. Third down and a mile from the Bluefield College 49-yard line. Need to get it up to the 33. Third down and 18 from their own 49-yard line. Left to right go the Rams. Definitely in 4-down territory here. Why not? Nelson back to throw. On third down and long. Pump fake, draws over the middle. Ball's popped out again. Tim Weldon falls on it at the Bluefield College 42. So now I think even if you're down by so many points, the Rams are just going to punt this one away. And it appears that they will as Nelson jogs off of the field. Tough one for Bluefield today. They have not been able to shake off this turnover propensity that they have had all year. Remember the last time they played KCU, they turned the ball over 5 times. Well, they've done that today as well. 10:03 left to go. Tanner Griffith ready to kick. Paris Jones and Jalen Fortune back. Griffith runs to the right, thinking about drawing it, and he finally kicks it away rugby style and a beautiful punt. Wow. Spinning all the way back at the 2, jumps and takes a Bluefield roll and spotted down to the 1-yard line. Play of the day for the Rams, other than the touchdown. Tanner Griffith with an absolute beauty, pinning them down at the 1.
Will be down on the 1. First down
Now, what can the defense do here? Eli Salmon's likely back to come out for KCU as the quarterback. The backup in with 9:48 to play. 6'6" quarterback from Greenup, Kentucky. One of those few Kentucky natives that KCU has. I mean, you look at the people that have caught passes today. Jalen Fortune made the catch on that first bomb. Fortune coming from Pensacola, Florida. Jalen Hawthorne also with a touchdown catch today. He's from Harrisburg, PA. Paris Jones returning a couple of punts and catching some swing passes. Corey Phipps has done a good job of recruiting guys from all around the country to join this KCU squad that has looked impressive to start the season. Play clock rolling all the way down to 3. They finally line up, and KCU calls a timeout. So that'll bring us to a break. They failed to get out on the field in time. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. 31-7 with 9:48 left to go. Here in the ball game, Bluefield trails by 24. First down and 10 coming up for Eli Salmons and company. The backup QB is now in for KCU with a 24-point lead. It's 31-7. KCU has dominated here in the second half, capitalizing on a couple of big turnovers. The Rams were only down 10-0 when they had the ball inside of the KCU 20. Nelson hit it as he threw the ball, rolled out, and was picked up by Bacchus for a fumble recovery for a touchdown that made it 17-0, and that changed the game. Now Salmons is in his own end zone, first down and 10. With Latimer to his right. Calls for the ball, snap, play action, steps to throw, heaves a pass right side of the field. Soto is open, but once again overthrown. It appears that Salmons has an absolute cannon, but not a lot of accuracy there yet, calibrated for the freshman.
Second down.
And Soto on the right pass there, it looks like he might have had Banks beat for Bluefield. But Salmons once again going to go back to throw, has Latimer to his right, potentially here. Should say play hasn't started yet. Second down and 10 from their own 1 yard line. Heels are back on that Bluefield name in that red end zone. Second down and 10. Rams potentially going for the sack here. Salmons calls for the ball. Handed off Latimer up the middle, and the Rams there to stifle him. Wimbush as well as Charles Turner at the 1 yard line, it appeared, but the initial spot gives him the ball at the 2 yard line for a yard gain. That is definitely generous on forward progress. They push it all the way up to the 3. As you hear now, 3rd down. Bluefield College getting back to work on defense as they have really been camped out for most of the day. Even Mackel lining up on the near side as a potential blitzing linebacker. Salmon's in as the quarterback. Christian joining him in the backfield as the running back. 2 receivers out to the left for him. 1 on the near side. Shotgun snap, quick handoff. Christian up the middle. Has the first down as he stumbles up close to the 15-yard line. Well, Christian almost broke it off. Charles Turner shoestring tackling it. That could have saved a 97-yard run to the house. But instead, it's a 12-yard gain. 1st and 10, KCU running the clock down with 8:38 to play. Right to left goes KCU in those white jerseys, clean matte black helmets. Salmon's back, play action, steps, pump fake, rolling out to the left. He's hit by Mackel. Flag comes out as the play developed up to the 18-yard line. Sam Kirtley also joining in on the tackling efforts for Bluefield. The flag sailed out at the line of scrimmage. Now with 8:26 to go, the clock is stopped. 31-7 the score.
Holding, offense number 75. After this to the goal, still first down.
Sion Moala, the left guard, standing in at 6'3", 330, getting called with the holding there that pushes KCU once again back inside of their own 10-yard line. And this one's going to be spotted at the 7. So Salmons once again back to work in the gun on 1st down and long. On their own 7-yard line, they need to get it to the 25. So 1st down and 18. Salmon's back. Quick throw. Right side. Wide open man. Caught at the 20-yard line. Has the 1st down and more. Paris Jones spins his way up to the KCU 34-yard line. Slinging him down was Banks for Bluefield. But for the Rams, once again, 1st and long, 3rd and long, 2nd and long. KCU has been able to convert on those plays because Bluefield College has given up these gaping holes in the coverage. 1st down and 10. Salmons with his first completed pass of the ball game. So now on 1st and 10. At the 34-yard line, handed off right side. Christian bumps across Wimbush and reaches up to the 43-yard line on a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Actually, on the reach, he got very close to the yard to gain at the 44. So 2nd down and about inches here. KCU going back to work without huddling. 2nd down and 1 from the 43. 7.5 minutes to play. All spotted at their own 43. Salmons. Handed off right side. Christian goes to the right, cuts back left. Wimbush tried to pop the ball loose. They were trying to reach for, once again, the yard to gain. Always interesting if you follow each side of that coaching philosophy, whether to stretch the ball out or to just keep it inside, because right there that time Christian almost fumbled, and because of it, he is taken off of the field. So Daniels back in as the running back wearing number 25 and those red numbers. 3rd down and 1. The play amounted to no gain. 31-7 the score. 3rd down and 1 for KCU. Their own 43-yard line. Salmons a couple yards deep in the shotgun. Almost jumping that time. Marique Banks on the blitz and actually got back. So actually check that. That's Tavarius Corbett, who struggled with injuries this year. Back as the linebacker. Blitz coming. Snap handed off right side. Daniels bumps across the line of scrimmage and works his way to the KCU 46-yard line. Ridgel able to make the tackle for Bluefield, but not enough to stop them from moving the chains again. Spotted at the 45 of KCU. 1st and 10. Knights moving right to left. Leading by 24. They're outscoring Bluefield College 21-7 here in the 2nd half of play after only being up 10-0 at halftime. Salmons, shotgun snap, Hand off Daniels, cutting on the right side, room to run 50. Spins at the 49-yard line, breaking a tackle and stifled down at the Bluefield College 47-yard line by Kayshawn Ridgel, who fought his way all the way back with the help of the safety and Charles Turner as well. And the initial spot, the line judge was at the 49, then they move him up to the Bluefield College 47. So 2nd down and 2 from the BC 47. Clock continues to roll. Rams, no point in taking a timeout, down 24 with 5.5 minutes to play. Salmons play action, slinging it right. It's caught in the backfield, looking for room to run, and works his way across the yard to gain on the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Flags come in as Marique Banks and Bluefield College getting into a bit of a mix on the far sideline. So catch was made by Elijah Armour. And with these flags coming out, it'll be interesting to see if it cancels out with flags on both sides, or will it potentially move KCU even closer to the end zone with the ball spotted now inside of the 45 of Bluefield. Mitchell's going to have to talk about this one because there's laundry all over the field. There's 4 flags on the field. One at the 42, another a little bit further up at the 43, 45, and then there's one at the Bluefield College 37 as well. I think that one was just dropped because the official wanted to be a part of something. It was obvious frustrations mounting. Marique Banks shaking the hands of the wide receiver after the play. Motions mount with Angel Lopez there. Looking to see how they call this one. 31-7 the score. Rams going to fall to 1-4 after today. And that's the loudest we've ever played the Jeopardy theme song. It's going to be a little bit longer than the time they're allotted to give in Double Jeopardy. At this point, I think they're trying to figure out if the personal foul is called on someone who's already been booked with a personal foul today. The only one that's been booked was earlier in the ball game on Tyler Sedlock for Bluefield, as well as KCU's Horn. 5:27 to play. KCU can feel this one. 4-1 to begin the season. Corey Phipps, they were 3-8 in 2019 and lost to Bluefield twice, including once here at home against the Rams. I guess I should say when the Rams were at home. They gave up a home loss on a heartbreaker a couple years ago where Tanner Griffith kicked the field goal to win it.
To the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 10 of KCU, dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 15 and number 4 of Bluefield. Those fouls canceled. Out counts. 3rd down.
So, personal fouls on Charles Turner, and I believe he meant to say Banks because 15 is a quarterback for Bluefield College. There's nobody there. Either Michael or Marique Banks. 2nd down and 1 after all that. They didn't even give Elijah Armour the first down. Ball is spotted at the Bluefield College 46-yard line. They need the 45 to move the chains. Salmon still in as the quarterback. For that long talk, Salmons has Christian in the backfield with him, as well as the backup tight end and Dylan Feast. All things aside, Bluefield College's defensive front has looked pretty good today. You just can't expect so much out of a defense that's consistently put on the field for over 2/3 of the game. 3rd down and 1 from the 46 of Bluefield. Salmon shotgun back at his own 49. Handoff Christian right side. Breaks the tackle across the 45. Initial spot will get him at the 44. Curtly able to get the tackle. 1st and 10 KCU to move the chains and the clock with 5:12 left to play. Well, we'll be back here on March 27th against Reinhardt for the home finale. That's actually at 1:30 p.m. senior day for Bluefield College. It's been a crazy year for football. Rams playing in the spring. It felt like spring here today. We got baseball tomorrow as well. Want to catch that on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 1st down and 10 from the 44. Salmons moves Feast in motion right to left in the pistol. And off Christian right. Gets a blocker, cuts out right at the 40-yard line. Far sideline, almost broke it free and stumbled at the Bluefield 37. Shoestring tackled by Turner for Bluefield. And on a gain of 7, it'll be 2nd down and 3.
24, Michael Everett.
Bluefield College 37-yard line. Christian still staying in as the running back. Looks like KCU is just going to try to chug this one out with 4:15 left to play. Backup quarterback in. After a great day from Roberts, jumps to get that snap, hands it off right Christian. Linebacking core there for Bluefield, led by DeMarcus Wimbush, making the tackle at the 36 for a yard gain. 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Play by number 54, DeMarcus Wimbush. It's 3rd down. 3rd down.
Rams, just another tough one with the fumbles today. They could just not come back from the mistakes they made. KCU was able to capitalize on a couple of big throws. 3rd down and 1 from the 35. Salmons goes under center. The 6'6 quarterback dives over the line of scrimmage. He has the 1st down at the 34 of Bluefield.
Salmons on the quarterback keeper.
That'll continue to move the chains and stops the clock with 3:29 to play. KCU 4-1. And who would have thought a couple years ago after the Rams throttled them at home? Interceptions in that game. Logan Hinnant had one, as well as Sean Cole. Tyrese Henry scored 2 touchdowns in that game. All those guys are defensive players that I mentioned, by the way. Now Salmons hands it off on 1st down and 10. Left side for Christian. Rams just going back on their heels here. Christian worked to the 25-yard line. Make it Daniels, actually, on a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1 coming up. So Daniels in as the running back. Latimer and Sip, we haven't seen as much of them here in this 4th quarter because why do your starters like that and put them in a situation where they can get hurt here? Already up by 24 with 2:47 left to play. Salmons calls for the ball. Give is to Daniels, right side. He dances to the line of scrimmage and has the 1st down on a 1.5-yard gain to the Bluefield College 23-yard line. 2:37 left to go. Host of Rams led by Colin O'Donnell, the nose guard for Bluefield from upstate New York. Rams just been methodically throttled here in the last couple minutes of this game. Eli Salmons has only thrown the ball a couple of times. Why should he? Given the give to his running backs who have been strong. Christian now in as the running back to the left, wearing number 22. 1st down and 10 from the 23 of Bluefield. Quiet crowd for the Bluefield College Rams. Loud clap. Give to Christian. Left side, bumps out left. Stiff arm, Rams dragging him down. Making the tackle there for Bluefield in the backfield. Tavarius Corbett had it read well. 1:50 left to play. Clock continues to roll. Spot him down at the 23 for no gain. It's 2nd down and 10. 1:40 left to go. Well, KCU is going to be 4-1. 3-8 in 2019. Salmons is the QB once again. Trips receivers to the right with 1:25 to play. Christian in as the running back. They give to Christian. Colin O'Donnell crashes down. Trying to make a tackle. Michael Everett also joining him. They call him down before he actually gets down on forward progress and spots him down at the 23. 1:08 left to go. Bluefield with all 3 timeouts has elected not to use them. Nothing really strategic they can do here, down by 24. Really, the game almost seemed over after that fumble by Nelson inside of the 20-yard line on the first drive of the second half. Bluefield had moved the ball inside of the red zone, fumbled the ball. Bacchus picked it up and returned it without being even touched. 40 seconds left, 3rd down and 10. The 23-yard line, Salmons. Shotgun, handoff Christian left side, trailing down and works to the 20-yard line, and that will be the ball game. Tackled there by Corbett and Bobby McBride. 27 seconds left. Play clock is off. KCU can celebrate up to a 4-1 start on the season. Rams are 1-4. They walk off of the field. What a change from 2019 to 2021 for KCU. Player of the game really has to be Jaquan Roberts. Managed the game so well. Managed the game as far as giving the ball to the running backs when they needed to, and then throwing a couple of deep passes to a plethora of wide receivers. So now The Knights are 4-1 as the clock hits 0 here in Bluefield. We'll step aside for just a moment, recap the game with our final thoughts after this, but it's 31-7 KCU. 31-7 the final score in this one. Bluefield College only down 10-0 at halftime, then get outscored 21-7 in the second half, kind of like what we saw the last time that Bluefield College took on this team from Grayson, Kentucky. 21-point third quarter, scoreless fourth quarter for both teams. As we take a look at this final box score, KCU had 24 first downs, Bluefield College with 11. Rams had 159 yards total, 108 passing, 51 rushing. KCU with 416 on the day. 172 passing, but methodically driving Bluefield into the dirt with 244 rushing yards and over 39 minutes of possession. Rams had the ball for almost 21 minutes in this game. Take a look at Jaquan Roberts. He was 9 of 18 for 3 touchdowns and 144 yards. Dante Latimer with 91 yards on the ground. Hill Daniels with 59 yards. Jaquan Roberts with 20. It is just been a tough one for Bluefield College here today. But now the Rams fall to 1-4 on the season. We will see you in a couple of weeks against Reinhardt. We'll see you tomorrow if you're a baseball fan. Coming up against Bluefield Montreat College in a baseball doubleheader. But the final score, once again, for Jackson Baston, Rodrigo Hirachi. My name is Bailey Engel. 31-7, Kentucky Christian wins this one. And until next time, take it easy, Rams fans.